Hello everyone, welcome to another one of our games of Sens. Today we have 3 players for the next scenario where it's just going to be a simple patrol of the South Pole base with absolutely nothing terrible happening during that patrolling time. So I'm happy to be here again. Okay, let's jump right in. Bean, your character. Okay, so where we had left off last time, basically after everybody got their armors, is everybody started training, and then we did the level ups for all of the characters. So before we are actually going to continue with the game, first, everybody, you can reset your immersion back to the starting immersion for today. So that's going to be, I think, 10 for Mitya and Cody. I incorporated the railguns of death to the story, so you can add one more.
Yes, railguns of death.
Yeah, you can add one more thing to your starting.
Hey, do you want to use our space transportation system called Railguns of Death?
Name is still in flux. Okay, so why don't we all real quick mention the things that everybody got for their level up. Mitya, for example, what did you? What's your? You got the armor upgrade to be tankier, and
yep.
What talent did you get?
I got a talent that improves the damage I do in case of critical damage on the enemy.
Okay, nice. And so while you're training in the Shadow World, there's going to be this moment during the training where just your armor starts to the plates shift and bulge all on their own, and suddenly you are in much sturdier armor than you had started your training with. Cody, I think you got the sniper.
I think I got the armor upgrade as well.
Oh, okay, got it.
And I got a talent called Peer. And it gives us a 10% bonus in all rolls interacting with a specific faction, which of course is going to be the Rebel base.
Right. I am going to take it off of your shadow powers. Because you have it you have it in the section of your character sheet for the talents and abilities now. So yeah, you have bonuses interacting with the resistance and an armor of 12. So you as well, while you're training, you're going to get your respirator at some point, just like beep boop and start to bulk up or at least shift in the the weaving of the armor itself to look suddenly much more capable of stopping blows. Okay, and Bean, you obtained the stealth cloak that gives you bonuses to hiding +20 if I'm correct, right?
Yeah, the camouflage, the chameleon cloak.
Okay, so this is, by the way, this is what your character looks, your character's respirator looks like, which means since you added this, you also get 1 extra point of start of the game immersion, which means you are currently at 3 points of immersion. All right.
Classic rogue.
And okay, so yes, let's start with that. Basically, it's practically all of you at the same moment of training where you just stop and all of your armor is just like shift and change. It's going to be the same thing for I think Zex is getting a new weapon. He has a sniper that gets added to his available weapons on top of what he already had. And I think Alexander got. Let me. Yes, Alexander got himself a bolter, his first ranged weapon. So the gun that like sends explosive shells. All right. So you're in the middle of training in the cavern, in the caverns of the Shadow World, and your armors have just upgraded on you. What do you do?
Nice. I'm checking out the new patterns of the metal on my arm.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still at the base.
Are you currently in the Shadow World?
Yes, you're still in the Shadow World.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah, because the administration wasn't sure if I was present here or at the base. So I'm still here, right?
Yeah. You joined with the rest of the group. So by the way, what is going to happen is that the others are going to be still training to get used to their powers and to test some things out while you are going to go on that patrol mission. Okay.
So basically, I show up while they're like patrolling or something, or.
Oh, the patrolling mission is going to be like a later down the line of the same day, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Right now, your characters were testing out the new the functions of the armor and how it was working in the shadow, how things worked in the Shadow World.
So basically, I just sneak up to them, say,
What?
like, "Hi guys, did you miss me?"
I didn't see you. Oh,
Alistair!
yo. You scared me a little.
What's that new thing on your arm?
Well, basically, what you're seeing now is just a heavy suit of metal armor that for some reason makes no sound. It's like it's used armor, and somehow I managed to sneak around with it quite well.
That's fascinating, indeed.
Do you think we should get onto that whole patrol thing, guys?
Yeah, I think so. I feel properly adjusted to my new attire.
Yeah, it seems fine. I'm not gonna try those magic powers again. This shit was weird.
Now you're talking, Alistair disappeared again.
Okay, so Alistair, do you stealth away or do you go back to the real world? Because you have multiple ways of disappearing.
I just try to use my new camouflage gear for now and stay with.
Okay. In this case, go ahead and roll Void with a +20 in order to try to hide from the rest of the group. Everybody can roll Chaos.
Yeah, I'm not.
No. You are after all in the middle of this completely empty ice cavern. So like you do try to hide, but like you're one of the only features in the place, so it's really easy to spot you. Especially since you like your character forgot to turn off the location of your armor, so basically the others just have to like look at the
Yeah, you just get a ping from my location, basically.
Yeah, exactly. You look at the minimap and you're like, oh, he's right over there.
I totally pretend that I didn't see him, and I let him, think we can't see him.
Okay. Got it. Yes, mate, you're invisible.
Oosh.
I swear. All right, Cody, what do you do?
I would like to suggest everybody to meet back up with the general, maybe. See what he has in store for us. Some details about this mission, maybe.
All right.
Seems reasonable. So we go out of the shadow world.
All right. You move back to the physical realm, reappear in like in different places of the training room. I think like Bean, Alistair is going to appear like in a different room completely when you move back to reality. Like you stepped out of the grounds of the training room, and you're basically just going to suddenly appear in in the deserted showers where everybody like takes a shower after training. But like yeah, you just appear in full armor in one of the rooms adjacent to the training room.
1 centimeter next to a wall.
That sounds pretty accurate to what I would just do. It's like free teleport.
Yeah. Okay. Here we go. All right. So after that, you head to Central Command, where you can meet up with the general. All right. So actually, the general's office. He's got his own little office now. Okay. So you are going to head. All right. So this is what the place looks like. And just give me 1 second. I'll pop all of the character tokens in there. So what you had already technically gotten like all of the mission details. What did you want to come and see the general for? I think Cody or Mitya suggesting this.
I actually just wanted to ask him specifically where in the South Base we're going to head. Is there anything particular we should look out for? Like about maybe there's some routines that we should be aware of?
Yeah.
Stuff like this.
Okay. That's a good plan. All right. So you arrive in front of his office after finding out that he is not currently in command, and you basically like right in front of this door. There's two soldiers of the resistance that are just like flanking the door, and like upon seeing you, they're gonna like one of them is going to like look back towards the office, and you can hear behind them the sound of like this sort of like heavy machinery, like there's this big engine coming from the general's like personal workspace, and so one of the guards is gonna say, okay, 1 moment, I'm gonna ask him if he's available right now. She opens the door and you see this cloud of black smoke drifting out from inside of the office when the guard steps in, and you hear her like trying to speak over the loud engine, saying, Sir, the people from the Glitches Delta unit are here. They want to ask you some questions. Sir! And like you hear some heavy coughing before the general says, yeah, just bring them in. So the guard comes back out. She looks at all of you like while she's like coughing. He says going there. Go ahead.
That's really weird.
What?
The smoke coming out of the room?
Oh yeah, no, don't worry. He's just doing his. He does that every now and then.
Are we aware of this?
I don't think it's one of the. I don't think you have been made aware of the general doing something uncanny like this before.
Then let's go. Let's enter.
Yes, definitely.
So you enter the room, and like your respirations are actually going to activate to prevent asphyxiation when you like to prevent kind of like it's detecting danger when you're stepping inside, and like the smoke is starting to like sting your eyes slightly. And so basically you have like the visors of the respiratory armor that are able to like sense the room a little bit better, even through the smoke. And you are going to see the general just like leaning on the side of this like really big old bike, and he's kind of covered like in motor oil, and he's like currently trying to clean his hands off of all of that like black oil that's sticking to it with this small piece of cloth that is already like completely black from like being from having like washed off a lot of that material off of his hands. And as you step inside, he says, I wasn't expecting you guys right now. Okay, sorry for the whole thing. Yes, what do you want?
We are just here to maybe get some details about the mission that we are sent on for the evening.
Okay.
Well, I'm just going to try out my suit in this new environment, which is filled with smoke. And from the void roll, I guess I succeeded?
No, you were still at -20 for some reason. Yeah, you wrote. Okay, hold on.
I had plus 20, right? Or is it
Yes, you add the +20, which brings you to 0. So you are able, in fact, to conceal yourself through the smoke and to completely disappear. No one is aware of where you are in the room at the moment. Like the general thinks there's only Cody and Mitya right now. All right. So he says, "All right, I gave you the hold on. Okay, Hey, sorry, I know. Hold on. He goes up to the door. He opens it. He says, "Okay, y'all. I'm sorry. I know this is a security breach. Because just make sure nobody's over listening to the conversations I have. All right. But I'm gonna need to like keep the door open to let the smoke out. Yeah. Just nobody comes close to the office. Sorry. And like." After leaving the door open, and he comes back in, and the smoke is starting to clear out of the room. There are no windows out of his office. So he plops down at his desk and says, "I give you the course you have to traverse throughout the city. So." What else can I? You wanted to ask any more details? Go ahead.
Yeah, is there anything particular we should look out for? Any troublemakers? Any signs of danger that you're aware of?
Not necessarily. We have had a slight spike in alcohol-related behaviors since the bad news of Akina's death. A few of the veterans have gone out to drink a little bit, but nothing too bad to worry about. If you do find somebody like this, just help them get home. If it's somebody who's supposed to be on duty, you are going to have to report it to me, of course. But just just be aware that people are dealing with the current news as best as they can. But that's about everything that I think of that needs to be that you need to be careful of. Okay. Yeah, you have the itinerary, the different steps. So yeah, just go through the patrol route like 3 different times throughout the night, and just keep everybody away from trouble.
Okay.
Seems fair.
Okay. Well, anything else? I am actually happy to be getting like a little bit of breathing break. I must say this the old engine's been giving me a rough time. So if you want to stick around and chat, I think you still have like a good hour or two before the start of your shift. You can tell me how the training went.
Well, it does turn out that we seem to be capable of pretty weird feats in the shadow world, but they are accompanied by quite significant drawbacks. There seems to be some sort of weird exchange of phenomena.
Yeah.
We can sort of provoke stuff, but we have to pay a weird price that sort of seems out of our control.
Right. It's it seems to be the same, similar to what Team Alpha reported. In the reports, hold on, I've got it here. This is from Lucian. No, not Lucian. What's his? Hold on. Resistance and Team Alpha. All right. So this is from Samuel Krabby. He reports, I tried to use my imagination multiple times, yet every time I failed to account for a slight detail when I was using those powers, and reality seemed to clash with my imagination and creating weird phenomena I had not expected, but that were logical consequences to what I was trying to unleash, but failing to fully imagine. That's what Samuel wrote. Does that correspond to what you were?
Yeah, almost to the word.
Right. Well, so
Oh, but there is a slight other thing that we discovered. Our armors seem to change at one point for all of us.
Right. Team Alpha. Hold on. How long ago was that?
Ooh, I tell him it's like what, 30 minutes?
30 minutes.
Something like
Okay. I had Matt Cavalry reporting through one of the radios, saying that his he had just gotten a different set of bullets available from on his armor like around that time, and he just wanted to report the change. It checks out with the file that you've gotten from Soren Solipsis. That is good. That is good. Did you have time to get accustomed to the new gear?
Yeah, we tried stuff out.
Okay. All right. All right. I am going to have to confess, I am all of this strange technology. I don't know what to think of it yet. It's weird. We are going to find the best way to use it. It's just going to take a little bit of time for me to, figure out exactly what sort of missions I can send you on, and what you are able to handle now. I don't know if your team would be able to take down a tank, for example, or or a quadrilla. So we need more intel. So thank you for the descriptions you've given me. Anything else?
Anything,
What are
Cody?
you working on, if I may ask?
Hmm?
What are you working on, if I may ask?
Oh, this is an engine from back in the olden days. It's taking me like decades to find all of the parts from the rubble. I actually had it working up in New York during the evacuation, but then I crashed it during the evacuation, and trying to bring some supplies way too fast to the subsidiaries. So I've been trying to get her to work again. It's an old Earth vehicle called a Harley Davidson. You steer with those things here. The engine still has like the returbator is still kind of wanky right now, so I am trying to get it to stop creating a new atmosphere behind the bike every time that I try to turn it on. So far, we're getting there. We're getting there.
Well, maybe you should talk to Zex about it.
Yep.
Huh?
Zex,
Oh, Zex?
one of the members of Team Delta.
Yeah.
He's a quite well-versed engineer. He might be able to help with that.
Okay. I mean, it's kind of yeah. I suppose I could do that.
If you get too frustrated, you can do it yourself.
Yeah,
I can understand a little passion project.
See, yeah, it is kind of more of a passion project where this is just basically this is you're giving you being here and giving me general duties is giving me a break from my repair the engine hobby, and my repair the engine hobby is my breaks from general duty. So it's kind of, it all works together to every time that I've got a little bit of time to do one or the other, I do it. But yeah, I might. I am starting to get a little bit frustrated with some of the parts, so I could ask Zex. Thanks for the suggestion. All right.
Well,
Should we head out?
I think we should. Oh, and General, while we're on our way out, how's the sword I gave you treating you? Did you try it out? Has it got any special properties?
Right. So it just vanished out of nowhere. In fact, hold on. Like you can see him, like he pulls his uniform arm back, and you can see like this massive like purple bruise along the side of his arm. He's gonna say, "You see this?"
Yes.
Here. I'm gonna show you. Like he turns his screen from his computer like towards you. He starts to type a few things, and you see you're starting to see a scene from the first person view of Matt Cabalret's armor. Who had like basically like two two katanas, and who is sparring with the general, and the general is using like your sword that you gave him to parry the blows, and then at a crucial moment in the video, your sword just liquefies and starts to go away while he's trying to block a blow, and he just gets hit like really hard and thrown down to the ground by Matt. And the general is going to say, yeah, Matt has been trying to prove he's ready to go on a mission for a really long time, and he was trying to go about proving that by beating me in different by challenging me to different types of fights, including some high up on the ice. And so with his new armor, he challenged me, and I thought, hey, if I'm going to be able to handle it, it will have to be with a weapon of the same caliber. So I did do that, and just vanished, as you can see.
So many things we don't understand with this technology.
Yeah,
it's crazy. I'm very sorry, General, that this happened to you at such a bad time.
You know, it's weird that you talk about things that we don't understand, because I have the file that Soren Solipsis gave me, like right here, and it says it pretty clearly that equipment is linked to people's armor and will return to their armor when they so wish. So
I do apologize, General. It seems that I was misunderstanding a part of this, because I wasn't under the impression that sword was not part of an armor, and that we took it from the laboratory of Soren Solipsis. It must, be a weird coincidence.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I didn't want to... Well, hopefully we can avoid those coincidences resulting in the leader of the resistance getting hurt next time.
True. And believe me, General, I don't make the same mistake twice.
I won't either. I'm going to keep relying on he pats his his sidearm with one hand, and like the sword that he has on the other side, the like short gladius sword that he wears around on the other side, and says, I'll stay with the usual. Okay. Yeah.
So we're exiting, and Alistair's staying behind.
Okay. So yeah, you bid the general goodbye. Alistair, while you're staying, you stay behind, and I'm gonna need you to. Actually, yeah, no, you rolled for Void. Oh, I am going to roll for the general's perception. All right.
Yeah,
by the way,
I'm staying quiet in character, of course. I'm going to try and steal his gun for fun, just like last time. I'm just trying to prank him.
All right. So his chaos. Ooh, his chaos is not actually that great. Okay. So do I
to roll a void or a chaos to steal his gun for fun?
No. His chaos roll is to notice you. It's his perception, and he is noticing you. I rolled a 6. So you move to try to sneak his gun. To steal his gun. When the other two have left, he's going to pull out a couple of pull out a file and start shifting through it. You can see pictures of this albino person with long white hair that seem to have been taken without the person's knowledge, kind of like reconnaissance type images, and while he's focusing on this, you start to move his sidearm, and he's going to turn and like basically just like draw his sword, seeing that there is something invisible in his vicinity, and he is going to attempt to
void or chaos to see if I can beat his perception check.
Oh, so your void roll was 0 basically with the previous dice roll, but what was the other thing so you can't, so he does spot you. Everybody gets 1 extra point of immersion. What was the other thing that you were trying to do?
Yeah, I was basically just trying to steal his weapon because I was still camouflaged at first.
Okay.
And basically I was just wanted to know if I needed to make a roll against his perception to steal it.
Yeah, so right now, before you do that, he is going to attempt to murder you with his sword because he doesn't because you're still stealthed, so I think he doesn't recognize your armor just yet. So I am.
I'm probably just going to try to steal his weapon and say hello, General, and just see if I can steal it while putting him off.
Okay,
I basically just unbalance him.
Got it. I do need you to roll for life to avoid the blow that he, and oh yeah, so that you rolled just under, so it so I think since it's it's one of the rolls. Yeah, it's a success. So you it's a success. So you are able to basically like dodge the blow. If you want to try to steal it again, I would suggest go ahead and roll for death, and he's gonna try to dodge. Okay, and you are unable to get a hold of the of his sidearm. Like you see him moving pretty deftly to react to you. This isn't the first fight that he's been in of the day, and he says, "Alistair, fuck, man, come! What are you doing here? Why are you trying to steal my gun? You've got a much better gun."
Well, I've been here this entire time. I just wanted to see if I could.
Oh my god. Fuck. Okay, Alistair, sit down. Dude. I can't have you pulling stuff like this. Sorry, what?
I just turn off the camouflage and just don't try concentrate on it anymore and just become visible completely again.
Wait, so you go completely visible.
Yeah, now. Basically, after he detects me and he starts talking and I start talking, I just become visible again.
Okay.
Basically, after all this.
Yeah. He's gonna say, dude, okay, I'm on edge. I just tried to decapitate you, man. We already lost a glitch, like, yesterday. Be careful. I'm sorry. I have to punish you for this. You're gonna have to pick up latrines duty, cleaning up the bathrooms duty for the next 2 weeks with Mitya. I can't have you doing stuff like this again. You like tomorrow morning you're on cleaning the bathrooms duty with Mitya.
Well, fine, I guess. I mean, I did sort of deserve it at this point.
Yeah, yeah. Please tell me you're going to be careful. Come on, it's like, it's not great for me to have a heart attack. I am getting old and I'm the fucking general around here. I almost tried to decapitate you from this. I guess, okay, what were you just trying to test out your armor? Is that what this is?
Yeah, I mean, I have new toys, and of course I want to play with them. I mean, I didn't expect that this new trick.
Okay. Hear me out. Hear me out. Please, if you're going to do pranks, please keep it to moments where it's not going to endanger anybody. Okay? You
Okay.
on your time off, perfect. On when it's also somebody's time off, sure. If it's not going to result in body parts getting lost, go ahead. Okay? Or
Don't involve weapons next time. Yes, sir.
yeah, that's the good one. Okay. Get out of my office. And like he's going to pop his head and say, "You didn't tell me who was in here." And like the other guards are like, "Wait, we just let him through. Why didn't you see him?" And like, yeah, you're gonna hear like the general basically like just getting frustrated as you leave. The other two, you basically left the office and then realized your friend Alistair was not with you. So where did you go after that?
I say to Mitya, isn't it strange how people just keep appearing and disappearing around us all the time?
I think it's weird that at that point, I don't find it weird anymore. I think that's the real problem here.
Oh no, they've gotten used to.
It does make some amount of sense with the fact that you have the ability to jump between worlds. That's like some people would go missing at strange times, but yeah. Okay.
I don't know. It's Boone. He can sort of disappear. I think he's just pranking the general or something.
Yeah, probably.
What should we do? Do you want to prepare for the mission,
I
or
did not try and prank the general. I mean, I did it last time as well. He's such a good target.
oh, you're here? What happened?
Hey, Alistair.
Yeah, well, I was in the office with you guys, but I used the smoke to just try out my new armor again, and then I tried to steal his weapon, and he tried to decapitate me, so I should probably not try and steal his weapon next time. But
That's
I'm
a
definitely going to try and pranking him again. Because he
that's
is the general, so he needs to stay sharp.
yeah, that's a good takeaway, I suppose. Well,
So we have
So-
2 hours time before the shift starts, right? Your mic's not on.
yeah, we can't hear you, Simon.
No, my
Hi,
bad.
now it's back.
Sorry. I muted myself and I forgot. Okay, what was I saying? Yes.
Still can't hear you.
You still wait.
Sorry.
You can't hear me?
No, now we can.
Okay, good.
There was a short moment where we couldn't hear.
Yeah. Okay, so Alistair, you hadn't you were kind of away doing your own thing, and when you step into like the quarters where everybody's getting ready for the mission, there's this gigantic metal crate filled with water in the middle of the room, with a decent amount of plumbing gone into it, and somebody carved the words Akina Mac 1 on the side of the metal crate. And it was not here the last time you came.
What is this box? Do we
Oh,
open it?
it's a bathtub. No, it's already open. You can see that you can pour water into it and then take a bath. That was our little side project the other night while you disappeared. So, you know, from now on, if you want to take a bath,
Especially refreshing. I mean, we've been in these suits this entire time.
Yeah, why not? Let's hang out in the bathtub until the mission starts.
And somewhere from out of his armor, you see Alistair move, and he pulls out some kind of snacks from his suit. And you're just wondering how the hell he put it in his armor in the first.
All
I
right.
also want some snack pockets in my suit.
Okay.
Are they automatically refilling?
It's a complicated issue. The suit keeps you alive by just creating nutrients and injecting them directly into your body. Now, if it creates something that for you to munch on, for to replenish your energy, I suppose that's doable. So you could have the suit producing food for you, just not
Candy bars.
It's basically just pallets of food or something.
yeah, it's just going to be a ration for one person.
Okay, nice.
All right. So you start getting prepared and hang out until the mission starts. So, where is? Here we go. Okay. So that night you find yourselves in the civilian quarters, the civilian part of town. To start your here we go. To start your patrol rounds. Looking around, everything seems to be fine for now. The curfew hasn't quite started, but the lights, the artificial lights of the city are kind of like starting to grow ever darker. And the daily activity seems to be like dying down. People are heading home from work, or going out to work if their works are more night time. So, what do you do? You're hanging out in the parking lots.
I think we go on the. I don't know the way we're supposed to go.
Okay. You start to
Through the
patrol.
quarter.
All right. I'm going to need, I'm going to need you to roll. Okay. Are you trying? If you're trying to be perceptive, everybody who's trying to be perceptive, please roll for chaos.
Yes, this is our job today.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Hey.
Mitya, that is a success. Alistair, that is a success. Very good.
Oh.
And everybody's got a success. That's pretty good. All right. So you keep your eyes peeled. You move throughout the city. First couple of hours, everything is going good. Everything is quiet. You do have to deal with a couple of drunk sailors. Somebody lost his way home. You come across this drill instructor who's just like crying over this bottle of like mead that's been brewed in Sydney, and like when you talk to him, he's like, "I'm gonna get fired. I have no fucking clue where that crate went. It just disappeared. And like if I asked to know where it went based on the cameras, if I report it now after it's been missing for so long, it's just gonna make me look worse. I'm just gonna get fired. I can't get fucking fired for this, man. My whole training exercises, everything I prepared for the training exercises is secure the fucking crates, and then I let the crates disappear on my watch. Fuck.
Excuse me, sir. Could you maybe give us the name of your supervising officer so we might talk to him about this firing procedure?
Fuck.
It sounds really unreasonable to me, to be honest.
Oh!
Oh,
Okay. Alright, well, I report to the general whenever there's training going on, but okay. Please. Okay, maybe when I'm sober, I can deal with the whole situation a little bit better. Right now, I cannot deal with the whole possibly getting.
sir, I've
Yes.
got a good news for you.
Yes.
I know where the crate went.
You do?
Yes, because during our training exercise, we broke it. We took it into the fucking. We did something with our new equipment, and it made it totally disappear, which is a side effect of passing into. Well, you don't know, but we broke it.
Right. Okay. It's the thing that we're talking about. Alpha Team, the ontologic shocks, where
Yeah.
things. Okay. Okay.
We made a mistake. I was leaning on the crate while I did the thing, and it made an ontologic shock.
Okay.
to the crate.
It's
So it has effectively disappeared. I'm so sorry.
okay. Well, I was told you were training. Okay. That was to the. Wait. No. It's okay. You were supposed to train today. Team Alpha was supposed. It disappeared yesterday when Team Alpha was supposed to. Wait. Hold on. No.
Wait a minute.
Hold
Does
on.
that mean that Team Alpha did it and they didn't report it to you?
Wait, but I thought you said you did it.
Yeah, we thought we did it because there was a crate when we started. I know. Team Alpha destroyed the crate through ontologic shock and hid it from us. They managed to recover another crate, and then we did the same. So 2 crates were destroyed because of Team
Okay,
Alpha.
hold the phone. Mitya, okay. I'm gonna need you to write this down for me. Okay.
I will
Yeah.
personally take the
No.
point on this and do a report directly to the general.
Okay. Do not get me fired, Mitya, okay? Do not get me fired.
Why
Swear
would
to
you be
God.
fired? This is 100% our fault.
Listen, I know your team, okay? All of you guys, you went to Team Delta because you always try to pull some shit with Akina, and Alistair is pulling some pranks, and that's why you're on the team that has 2 medics to keep you alive, okay? That's why Team fucking Alpha only has 1 medic, okay? I know your game. Do not get me fired, okay? I know you're up to something. You have that thing in your eyes, like you're up to something. And I know you got those very cool armors, and I'm proud of you for coming back from your first mission. But please do not get me fired, okay? Mitya?
I seriously look down upon him and I say, you know that this is not a game, right? It's not about who's best at it.
Yeah, are you asking Alistair, or are you talking
The
to?
drunk guy who was just raving
Yeah.
about the one team being better than the other team, and
Right. It's
they're
not.
not sports teams, okay?
Yeah. Sorry, but hey, Cody, I asked the general to put you on Team Delta because I know you are going to keep those motherfuckers safe. Okay? It's like it's specifically because Mitya pulls this type of stuff. You look at his eyes. When his eyes go like thin and he's smiling, you can tell he's preparing something. Okay? When he makes that face, I want you to be there to just protect his ass because he's about to endanger it. Okay? That's what I meant. I meant to say that's the reason I put 2 medics. I told the general put 2 medics on that team. It's not about who's better. It's about you guys have a lot of destructive potential. Okay, your team, but you also need to like not destroy yourselves. Okay, I'm gonna hold. Oh, it's coming back up. Okay, hold on, guys. I'm gonna find a bathroom on the 7th. And like he heads off. He does not make it to the 7th. Yeah, he does not.
Is he supposed to be on duty right now?
No, he is definitely not supposed to be on duty right now.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Like this is his time off, and he yeah.
Okay.
Do you think we actually have to go and fix this, or is he hyperbolic when he's saying he's going to get fired about the crate?
Nah, I think we have an opportunity to do a good deed to sort of counterbalance the fact that we stole the fucking crate. Let's make his life easier.
Fair enough.
All right.
I think.
The next couple of hours, pretty chill. Nothing specific is happening, and then you're going to start coming up on the start of your route. Basically, this area that you're in right now. You've walked all the way back, and you're coming towards this parking lot that is situated very near the docks. And at the moment, there's the cold waters of the docks is sort of hitting the heat from the different machinery of the base and from the homes, and so it's starting to and so basically it's raising this fog slowly. It's kind of like at the bottom of your feet, but it is slightly raising, and you make it to the parking lot, and you're all going to spot it. Like very quickly, you see something's amiss. There is this sort of like figure that is next to the one of the light poles, and the figure is just not moving, eerily still, and a little bit too high off of the like you look at the pole and you look at where the ground should be, and the figure is like higher than the pole, and then like you get closer and you see there's a woman hanging from hanging from one of the streetlights with a rope around her neck, and who's just...
I shoot the rope.
Okay. So go ahead and make a life roll. Yes. All right. So yeah, you shoot it, and the body just like falls into the mist. And like you kind of hear this like sort of reaction, but the person does not get up. The person is still like unconscious, and yeah.
I'm running. I try to stay kind of down, and I try to get close to her, maybe like 3 meters away, a place where I can duck behind something. Have a look around. Do I see anything else moving, like any other people around? Okay,
so you roll for chaos, Alistair rolls for chaos. You're trying to spot like if there's anything else that's out of place in this whole scene. So Cody, you don't notice anything. Alistair, like the mist is kind of obscuring your visions, so there's nothing else in the scene that strikes you as being like out of place. There's nobody else in the parking lot. The if there are like some of the houses and shops around here have their lights on, but nobody seems to be like up and about watching what's happening. But there is starting to be a little bit of like, attention being drawn after a shot was fired. So like people hear like the sound of a gunshot in the civilian district, and like you start to hear like some people yelling, "Did you hear that? What was that?" coming from the inside of the houses. What do you do?
Turn my armor on and I shout to Alistair, "I'll give you cover. Take her out of here. Bring her to me. We have to get help her right now."
Okay. Alistair is hiding. You can like you are pretty close to the body yourself, Cody.
Okay, then
I turn on my armor and I give you cover.
Okay, yeah, I will run in. I will grab her and I will try to pull her as gently as possible into a place that would count as cover, like behind some bushes or something. And I want to look over her, see if she's wounded, if she's still alive, check her like medical.
All right, roll for life for me, please. And remember, you have your. Yeah. So Alistair is suggesting he'll cover, and you have the bonus for your equipment. I think it's a plus 20 for first aid. Did you take? Oh, yeah. You rolled a 92. So she. So okay. What you were looking for? She doesn't have any other wounds. It's just the markings around her neck, and she and her vitals are failing. She's dying right now. What do you do?
Take the noose off, and I don't know. Inject her throat.
Okay.
Cut like a channel.
All right. So because you failed your life test, that should be where this character stops living. But I am going to give you the opportunity to use a Facts of the Cellulus if you for the first time in this game, if you so wish.
Okay. What does it mean? Does something happen?
Did you read on the mechanics of the miracles and the Facts of the Cellulus or not? I can re-describe it for you. No worries if you haven't. Okay, so you remember how you wrote stuff about your character in Roll20? So basically, you can activate things known as miracles. What is going to happen is that you can influence the world game of Sens and make things happen based on things related to you, the player, not you, the character. So look at one of the facts that you've written on your character sheets, and if there's any way that it could help you out in this situation, it can. Like you're going to describe how it does it, and you're gonna get a plus 30. The way that this happens is basically your character. Like A, you spend 1 point of immersion to activate this. And B, if you say, for example, hey, I'm trying to be sneaky, one of the facts of Cellulus that I wrote about myself is that I'm a huge fan of DC Comics. You can have your character look like Batman for a few seconds to like hide better in the shadows. Okay, it physically changes the world of Sens for 3 seconds. To make the effects work. So that is going. You're gonna have to describe how one of your effects of the Cellulus activates to contribute to your like role to save her life. It can be just like don't feel free to be creative about this.
I mean, I had access to medical training in my military education, but I also I'm drawn towards puzzles and riddles. So maybe I see her body and I.
Oh wait, hold on.
I'm really intrigued by.
Are you reading this off of Facts of the Simulacra or Facts of the Cellulus?
Oh man.
Okay.
I'm reading it off Facts of the Simulacra.
Right. Okay. You want? Oh, you didn't write the Facts of the Cellulus. I forgot about that with you during character creation. Okay, so technically, you were supposed to write 15 things about about you, the player, that you could
okay,
then
yeah.
use right now. So we can just like come up with one right now based on like you. Do you have anything about yourself that you feel like you could use to change the world of Sens for a few
I have
seconds?
basic medical training.
Okay, right. In
Does this
this
count?
yeah, in this case, I am going to need
Can't
you.
do this cut though in real
Yeah.
life.
I have basic medical training.
Yeah.
Is going to be in your facts in the used facts of the syllabus. So once you've used them, you take them off of the facts of the syllabus and you put them in the other section. Okay.
Oh.
How does that change the appearance of the world of Sens for a few seconds? What visibly changes to make you be able to save this person's life?
So maybe I remember a second from maybe a previous life or the life of another person in another reality, where a young kid has to get his driver's license, and because of that went through medical training, and he liked it a lot, so he continued for a while, and he learned a little bit more about it. So that's why he knows how to do the cut, and then he will just see that she's suffocating, and Cody will try to do it.
Okay. Does it? So yeah, your character gets those like flashbacks from a different life. Does it? It is going to change your appearance in what way for the other player characters?
Maybe he reverts to like a younger version of the real life me.
Okay.
Like he gets smaller and he's suddenly like this.
Yeah. So like yeah, both of you are able to like see this weird shift that happens in Cody's body, where he starts to look like a much younger version of himself, and like frantically just like reviving this person, and she's going to like breathe in. And you've like successfully like brought her back from the brink. She's not conscious, but she is going to be alive.
What the fuck happened? Cody?
I don't know. We should call an ambulance.
Yeah, yeah. We have.
So just staring like whatever. Like nothing makes sense here. And
I go into my suit. I make it appear, and through the normal comms of the base, I just send an alarm to, I don't know, the security or the medics or something like that.
You got it. You sent what message are you? You're gonna get into contact with a radio operator in the base who's saying emergency radio. This is the emergency radio station. What is your situation?
We've got injured civilian in the docks. Wounds are self-inflicted. She's been suffocating, I suppose, and she's down. We need someone to evacuate her right now.
All right.
To try and save her.
I'm sending some people over right now. Are you at all related to the calls we've been having about a gunshot?
Sorry.
Are you at all related? Are you near where a shot was fired?
Yeah, that was us. No attack on the base for now. Just a civilian that we found tried to hang herself. We had to shoot the rope to try and save her in time.
Okay. I'm sending some medical officers right away, and I'm canceling the alarm that we had for use of firearms. There's still going to be people coming in to check what's happening. Okay. So you are there is going to be an ambulance on like a medical team on its way. What do you do?
Can we find infos on who she is on her person.
Yes. So it's going to so like once Cody is done reviving her, you get a good look at her, and it is in fact somebody that you recognize. It is Mersenne. She looks very. She looks different than like the way that you usually see her at the bar. Like she's usually like kind of aloof, in control, and just right now she's got like her face looks like she's been crying a lot, and she looks like she hasn't eaten in a little bit. It's kind of a like distressing how poor of a health she seems to be in right now. And that seems to have been something that you think might have been starting before the hanging.
Okay. What the? I know her! Fuck. I try to wake her up softly to see if she reacts.
She does not regain consciousness.
Yeah.
She's that naval officer, right?
No. She's the daughter of a naval officer, but she's not. She's one of the bartenders at the bar I work at.
I see. Should we wait here for the ambulance, or should we go to a safer place?
I have no idea of what's going on. That fog is just creeping me out.
By the way, everybody, you got your second point of immersion for the game. I think I don't remember if I told everybody, but yeah, you got your second point of immersion for the game. Cody, you spent 1 point of immersion to activate that miracle. Okay. Yeah. Do you... the fog is hiding a lot of details of the environment, but you have a pretty good grasp of the crime scene as it is. Do you want to investigate?
We should inspect, yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna
I would like to stay with Mersenne though and check that she's staying with us.
Yeah.
I'm still just guarding the area to see if anyone else tries to approach or anything.
Okay. By the way, like on the map, you're gonna have moved like behind this hot dog cart right here, and yeah, you're in cover at the moment. Okay. So, Alistair, you are keeping watch. No enemies inbound. Nothing that seems to be a threat based on your chaos rolls. On your
I'm also looking out for the allies that are coming this way.
Yeah, you got it. They you are going to spot them when they arrive, but they're still a little bit of a ways away. Mitya, what are you doing?
I drop my armor and I go to the pole she was at and I start looking at stuff, if I find anything.
Okay. So you on the pole that she on the pole, you start to look up. You see this this very sturdy rope. Seems to definitely be some Sub-Zerus material used to basically move crates. Or load and unload crates
Crates again. This is a crate-based crime.
It's like this very sturdy rope. If you didn't have your advanced weaponry with you, you might not have been able to shoot through it and get her down. Looking around, you are going to spot there is a chair. From the hot dog stand near the pole that seems to have been tilted over. Based on the way that it fell, you can tell that it was earlier just sitting next to the pole itself.
Can I just watch look at the knots on the rope,
Mhm.
and then go back to Merzen and look at her hands to determine if she was the one who was making the knots. You know, like frayed hands or
Yeah.
fiber, or something like
Yes.
that.
Go ahead and roll for chaos for that.
Chaos.
And you get a plus 20 because of the circumstances. Your descriptions are pretty good.
Okay.
All right, you pass by 2 points. So yeah, you check the rope, the patterns of the strings, and you are going to find similar, like some of the like some of the components of the rope under her fingernails. She seems to have been clawing at the rope at some points. You are also going to find that in her hands, she has in one of her hands she has this crumpled piece of paper, and she has more stuffed out of her the pockets of her jacket. Inspecting it, you are going to recognize a bit of journal paper, newspaper paper. It's just basically like extracts, bits and pieces from you don't know which documents that seem to be those dark, depressing poems. Like you just like look at the like you just look at it, you see that it's the structure of it's rhyming, it seems to be prose, but like you just skim through it and you get this like entrancing sensation of you kind of you want to read more of this. This seems to be like a very, very well written poem, but also like it feels kind of sinister. It feels like the subject matter is dark. So
Okay.
what do you do?
Fuck.
It's weird.
Yeah.
Can I see if Merzen has any other kind of marks of potential previous suicide attempts on her?
All right, I'm going to need you to roll life. No, chaos for perception. Yeah, that. And you also have the plus 20. All right.
Nice.
So she absolutely does not. Based on what you can tell, she's a very healthy individual. And the amount of alcohol that she has in her body right now, it looks like something went very bad very recently that caused her health to go down. And you think it might be alcohol related because it looks like she's not used to the amount of alcohol that she has in her bloodstream right now, based on like your observation of like biology. I don't know necessarily how to describe like all of the symptoms of like alcohol poisoning and things like this, but yeah. It looks like she was a very healthy individual, full of life, and just very recently something bad happened and led her to like this dark spot she's at right now.
I keep the rope.
Rope?
I take it as evidence.
Okay. So you're gonna climb up on the light pole and like move around, try to like undo the knot and pull it back up. It takes you a little bit of time, but you are able to do it before there's a few civilians that are popping their heads out of their houses. One of them has like an old wartime gun and is saying, "Who's there? Who shot?"
And he man's a glitch exercise. Really sorry, guys. There's no reason to panic. The reason there is no alarm is that we specially seen that with the General Costa directly. Do not panic.
Okay, it's
Nothing
okay.
is happening.
It's okay, Marta. It's just the glitches. The glitches shot. Okay, like I'm going back inside, and like the soldier just like leaves. Okay. But yeah, you took the rope. You're all good. Alistair, you spot like this vehicle that's coming towards you, this large vehicle, and like very quickly you spot like the red cross on it of the medical team that just arrives in place. You kind of like see them like coming out of the vehicle, looking like, is this a war zone? Am I about to get shot? Okay, no. All right, cool. Let's go.
I'm just gonna whistle at them so they look at our direction while I maintain my camouflage, basically. So they just see the others but don't see me properly, and they're just gonna move to the side so they don't drive over me.
Okay, right. Yeah, you move out of the way. You let them pass. They like you. The other two gesture, Mitya and Cody. The medical team gets to you and like starts taking care of her. Like one of the doctors is asking Cody like the details of how you found her, like so that they can know like what to do, and they're transporting her and bringing her to Mario Greedway's hospital. Mario Greedway being one of the members of the Council of the Resistance. So she is being evacuated at the moment. If there's still something you'd like to do, you can before.
I think we should check up on her when she's awake, but I don't think we can do anything for her now.
Yeah, I suppose. Fuck, you think you know people? Can't ever think that she's not the one wrong herself. That feels so fucking wrong.
So strange.
Thank you for saving her. I couldn't have done it. Yeah. Should we pass again through the quarter? Continue around?
I think so. I feel weird about the situation though.
That's
I mean,
our duty, of course.
Did we find, maybe I missed that, but did we find any way for her to climb up this lantern to hang herself on it?
There was a chair from the hot dog stand.
There was a chair, okay, yeah.
Near the light pole.
Yeah, this isn't over yet. This is weird.
I just grab while No, wait. I radio the owner of the bar.
Okay.
I radio Wanda.
Okay. So you get on like a few channels and you find an operator that just like gets you to Wanda's home radio, and like yeah, you hear a voice that's kind of drowned by baby like yells, and she's saying, "Do you know what time it is? The baby's trying to sleep here." What
I know, but you aren't. It's a fucking emergency, Wanda.
Okay, speak.
Okay, it's Merzen. She's on her way to Mario Greedway's hospital. She's been found by me. It's fucking... I'm so fucking angry. She nearly died trying to hang herself in the dock quarters.
What?
Yeah, I know. Please fucking look after her.
Yeah, of course. I'm gonna head there immediately.
I knew you were gonna do that. Thank you.
Hold the fucking radio. That's no, I don't buy that.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah,
I mean,
no.
come on, it's Merzen. She was found with
Okay.
poetry in a pocket. Poetry is lame. She knows that.
Yeah.
That's not her type.
Okay. Okay. You investigate this. I'm going to the hospital. Like she hangs
Thank
up.
you. You're awesome. And I hang up too.
Whoa.
Okay, so now we know that she's probably going to be with someone she knows when she wakes up. Wanda will probably call her parents and do that whole stick. And if someone can, wriggle information out of that fucking idiot, it's Wanda. I trust her.
Okay, that's good to know. Do you know her well?
She's a co-worker. I mean, I feel I know her like you know a co-worker and a friend.
Yeah.
I just know her from the bar.
So you probably don't have a very high opinion on her because you're definitely the type of person she cannot stand.
Yeah, you definitely have had hands thrown at you for bad attitude and pranks at the bar.
Yeah, I mean, it's literally in my description that I've probably gotten people to hang on ceiling lamps and stuff in the bar.
To what?
Basically just a party escalating. I put it in my character description as well.
Okay.
Basically where I somehow get people all the way hyped up and they start partying and there's alcohol involved and then they're hanging on the ceiling because somebody dared them, which would probably be me.
Hanging on the ceiling?
Yeah,
there's little lamps and stuff. I mean, it's a modern base. There's all kinds of handholds. Somebody's gonna try it.
Got it.
Doing stupid stunts.
Got it. Yeah, doing stunts. Got it. All right.
Do a backflip.
Okay. So what do you do now?
let's continue on our route as we're supposed to.
Yeah. No, it's okay. Let's go.
Right.
Is there anything about the bar that you know that could be related to her sudden changes in mood? How is it doing well as a business, for example? I don't know.
No, I think it's fine. I think everything that I know of is fine.
I think we should figure out where that note came from, because there's something about that note that sort of caught my attention, and I'm usually not that interested in notes.
Yeah, true. Can I look? Is it handwritten? It's not handwritten.
No, it's typed. Yeah.
It's typed. And is it because there's multiple notes? Are those related? Is it one single piece of?
Okay, so they're all individual pieces of prose that are about different things, but
okay.
And you only have like the one that you took from her hand. So you're not sure about the details of the other ones, but basically
and they're like crafted together in like a
no. It's more of a just a collection of pieces of the newspaper taken that were like snippets that were just like cut off from the paper and kept. Yeah, just kept.
And that's basically.
Okay.
With just words and stuff.
Do any of you read the poem itself? Okay. Mitya, I'm gonna need you to make a void roll at -10, please. Okay, you pass. So yeah, you start to read through it, and like you get drawn into it. You start to really feel whatever the author was trying to communicate is this piece about a soldier in the Battle of New York who got a soldier of the resistance who got shot and who's bleeding to death and who's dying and who's seeing people like evacuate and who knows he's not gonna make it, and seeing this like figure come towards him and not knowing if that figure is going to like give him relief in death, or if it's like a menacing figure come to finish him off, or an ally who's just like here to get his last words. It's this like sort of stranger, and then the prose just ends, and you kind of get this and like you feel like, yeah, if you right now you did okay bracing yourself before reading this, but if you hadn't, like, you feel like you could have like been down and depressed from reading this, and like an unnatural amount.
Yeah, okay, I was gonna ask that.
Yeah.
This poem is weird. It feels
And, oh, sorry.
feels sad.
It is signed. It is signed. Hold on. I gotta find where I put the. Oh, here it is. The book. It is going to be signed with the letters W. I think it's WGA, but it's at the very least W and A. Okay. Right. Yeah. WGA is the three letters used to sign this.
WGA.
Yeah.
Oh, nice, good.
Do I, as I'm interested in poetry,
Do you read it?
and books? No, but I would like to. Can I skim over it and also see the signature underneath without reading the whole poem?
I'm gonna need you to roll for void, because sometimes when you stare into the void stares back.
I immediately call Wanda again. Oh,
You call who?
Wanda.
Wanda? Okay. Okay. So Cody, you are going to take. You take 1 point of one. You take 1 wound. From like basically like it brings you down so much that like you kind of like, yeah, you're kind of out of breath. You kind of feel like, is life really worth it? So yeah, you take 1 wound from reading the poem. Okay, Mitya, you contact the radio again. It does not pick up.
Yeah.
Like, you know how on her feet Wanda is. She's already on her way there. Like, she's not near the radio anymore.
Do we have a way to contact really to leave a message for General Costa,
Sure, absolutely.
but not necessarily have him on the line?
You can ask an operator to give him a message. Yes.
Okay, so guys, I think it was a mistake to leave those poems in a jacket. I think there's something super fishy about them. They feel way too fucking sad. And now that there's weird shit going on around us, and I felt those things with the ghosts in the shadow world, and it feels the same. And I don't know, I'm being totally paranoid. But please let me be paranoid for a second. We need to get to that fucking hospital and get those poems before anybody reads them.
Did you have multiple of them?
I've already read stuff
Yeah.
before, but
Yeah, like you can tell that like Cody read through one of them, and Cody looks shook.
Yeah.
Everybody gets
my intention
1
was
point of
basically
immersion.
to get the hands on it, just tear it in 2 for starters, and then like leave it readable, but just tear it in 2. So, but is the note still here, or did it leave with the person?
They have left. They have left at this point. Everybody gets 1 more point of immersion. Yeah, write it down on your character sheet. And all right, Mitya, you have the jetpack. You're the fastest. If anybody's going to make it to the hospital, it is you. You can also contact the hospital if you'd like.
I'm still trying to process, and
You okay, man?
I'm trying to remember if I remember an author, a poet who would have these initials.
Roll for Cosmos. Oh, all right. So yeah, you can think of some authors that have those names, but none of them write in this style. None of them write something depressing like this. If whoever wrote this is not someone who's like on the scene or has been ever, as far as you're aware of. Yeah. Now, your knowledge of culture is kind of restricted because you are living on Earth and everything, but like you know your shit. Like
I assume that I'm like thinking about like the local scene, you know, like the local poetry scene, if I know anybody there.
And like all of the lore from before the war that you can think of, none of it rings a bell. Like you're certain whoever wrote this is. I mean, you're surprised that they're in the papers.
Okay, so we have to get these poems saved somewhere.
Yeah.
They can't get around like this.
So how long has it been the ambulance left?
2 minutes, 3 minutes.
Okay, so can I sort of figure out where they would be in the city at that point?
Yeah.
Okay, guys, can you give me 5 minutes?
Let's meet at the hospital.
I can also go through the shadow world with that weird warp teleportation thingy and find the car before that, immediately.
I'm just standing here like, time is of the essence. You should hurry and get that note before anybody tries to...
I should do that.
Okay.
Wait for me, I come back.
Also like okay, yeah, you pass into the shadow world. I just wanted to remind you, you have a jetpack. It's you can also use that.
Yeah, but I wanted to go through the shadow world. That was cool.
Yeah. You pass through the shadow world. You appear there. I'm gonna need you to roll for creation for your teleportation check.
Of course.
And Cody. Cody, roll 1d100 for me for the phenomenon of the shadow.
I don't get any bonuses.
I don't think so.
Okay.
To creation? No.
Ah!
Dude. I rolled 100.
Okay, so that's a fail on... that's a peril of the warp! Okay. I need you to roll another 1d100, Cody, for me, please.
That's not good.
Yeah.
Wait, I want to see.
It's going to be in the rules section. Here it is. Okay. Perils of the Shadow. Let's have a look. 41. All right, 41. Psychic mirror.
So 100, right? Is that annihilation?
Huh? No. Okay, he rolled 100. Okay, so like if you roll higher than 75 the first time, you go to the second table of Perils of the Shadow. Perils of the Shadow is a deadlier version of Phenomenon of the Shadow, which is why he rolled twice. The second roll was a 41, which means Psychic Mirror. The Psyker's powers is turned back on him. Resolve the power's effects, but the power targets the Psyker instead. If the power is beneficial, it deals 1d10 plus 5 energy damage, ignoring armor, to the Psyker instead of its normal effect. And you're basically going to get teleported, like, backwards from where you're heading, like into the wall of the cavern, and you get hit for 1d5 plus 1d10 plus 5.
Do you want me to roll it, or do you do it?
Yeah, go ahead. Okay, no, I'll take care of it.
No. Made a mistake.
+5. Here you go. So you take 7 wounds.
Okay. Ew.
Ouch. Well, for 100, that could have gone way worse.
Yeah. Ah, fuck. Yeah, I go back into the real world and I sort of reappear, I suppose, against a wall somewhere.
You tried the first time, and because you kind of reappeared in an ice wall, it doesn't let you. You have to like extract yourself from the ice before you're able to pass back into the.
Okay, so I don't do that. Instead, I'm gonna go with my fucking jetpack as fast as I can to roughly the area of the cavern. I think the direction the car is heading to, and then I'm gonna come back.
And this, are you still flying above head when you with the jetpack when you reappear? No. Okay. You land first, and then In this case, I'm gonna need you to roll for Cosmos to try to calculate like where you're arriving. All right, so you appear in the middle of a place. There's no streetlights nearby, and like you're in the darkness for a second, and then like you hear the click of a flashlight, and you see a child's face being terror. Ah! There's somebody in my room! Ah! Mom!
I disappear again. Poor kid, but you know.
Years of therapy are gonna be needed after that. Okay. So like in the just like I wanna take a second to like describe like to the side. Right now, there's a monster from Monsters Inc. who connected the door to this, and it's like, wow, it's full power already? I didn't do anything! Alright. Anyways. Yeah, okay. So Mitya, you are going to end up, basically, like, you catch up to the ambulance after they arrive at the hospital. They are taking Merzan out of the out with a cart and like pulling her on the side of the street and like through the entrance when you arrive.
Okay, so I yell, stop, wait, important business.
Mitya, how did you get here?
I'm really fast.
Okay.
Okay. Wow. Okay.
Hold on. Like we're trying to save her life. Walk and talk, man.
Yeah. Okay. I walk. That's very Dr. House. So I walk next to the cart and go. I need to just get a hold on something she has on her that could prove dangerous right now.
Okay.
And
go ahead. Is it? Yeah.
Are you gonna operate on her?
No. I don't think so. No, she's gonna be fine. You got to her on time. Is it radioactive or biohazard in nature?
Not at all. It's just I can't explain. I completely pat her down and try to find any piece of poetry she has.
You find 5 different snippets of poetry, all signed WGA. All varying in length, and the titles suggest that the subject matter is changing every time, but it always seems sinister in nature. But I'm going to assume you do not read through them.
No, I don't.
Okay, all right.
I am, however, going to leave a message. Who's going to be in charge of her?
Mario Greedway takes care of it. It's like she's the head of the hospital. Like she's
those notes yet.
What?
Do you have those notes yet through the radio?
Oh yeah, I've got them. That's it. I've got them. This went exactly the way I imagined.
Stack them up and turn it to first.
What?
Sorry? I couldn't hear you.
Stack the papers and turn them in two. Do it, just in case.
I think we need them. I'm not going to read them. I'm going to put them into a sealed container. I'm going to do that.
Okay. You put them inside of your like in your pocket under the respiratory armor. And,
yeah, very good. And
Cody, are you in the hospital?
Yeah, I'm in the hospital.
We should get our butts there as well.
But we have a mission. Like, okay, do that, but leave a message for General Costa so he knows that we are following a lead on a major problem.
Yeah,
I'm still gonna continue the patrol, of course. I mean, we were assigned and we can't just leave the patrol.
Yeah, and I think now that we've got the poems, I could join you on the rest of the patrol and we should think together. I think that's more clever. Okay, let's do that. I just leave a message at the hospital for Wanda.
Okay.
And I just tell them to tell her that if Merzen has poetry on her, it should not be read. Fucking trust me.
Okay. Got it.
And I sort of trust Wanda to just...
Yeah. You leave the message at the desk to find like a very confused nurse. He's just... I will relay the message. You're a glitch. That you're technically a superior. I will relay the message.
I grab him by the back and I just go, okay, wait. This is a super important thing.
Okay.
If you do not relay the message to Wanda, I will hunt you down. I will grab you and I will smash you.
Please let me go, sir. Okay.
Sure.
I will relay it.
Thank you very much. This is important.
I got you. God, jeez.
You're a very competent one. Tell me your name. I'll relay it to your superior.
My name is Emilia, and oh man, now I know why they put 2 doctors on your team.
And I leave.
Okay.
You haven't met Alistair.
Yeah, he's so much worse than me. Damn it.
Okay.
This was like a passive threat. If you don't, you'll just send me after him. I'll just pop up out of nowhere and just do.
Okay. So your characters, you meet up again, and you can start doing the rest of the patrol. Now your orders for the patrol are technically, if you find something that's a disturbance, you found something that's a disturbance, you can deal with it. But it's also like you also have the rest of the patrol to do if the problem has been taken care of. So you resume walking through the night. You're making your way around town. Cody and Mitya, both of you know how you get songs stuck in your head? You're getting something very similar with the words. Like, especially you, Cody, you just keep coming back and back and back to those words. And like, you're very curious if that poem is just a one-off, or if more of those poems are as captivating and as like it really spoke to you on a deeper level, about like the sadness of the world and of existence. So yeah,
I can relate to that.
So what?
And I'm really quiet while we're walking.
Guys, do you know how easy it would be to just print out those type of poems? Like, it's more of a universe question. Like, how would they print those? Are there magazines? Is that a normal occurrence that we should find, a publication like this?
Yes, there is one. There's a weekly paper called the Weekly Troglodyte. I got 2 smiles from that. Nice. Yeah, the Weekly Troglodyte is the weekly paper here. It's the first thing that comes to mind when you think about like this type of paper. You could also there's also like different people have collections of books that they've managed to save from New York or from like basically like the suppression of culture that's been happening during the War of the Immortals. But overall, owning like books and papers is not something that's very common. You know that apart from the Daily Troglodyte, the people who would have access to printers are going to be administration, both in the military or in the like running of things in general. So you think Wanda might have a printer, maybe, for example.
I think I've got an idea, guys. We could call, a research team or an intel operative at the base and tell him to supply us with every person that has the initials that we're looking for on the base and cross-reference it with a list of people that could have access to a printer. Because I think the poem that I read was about a soldier at the Battle of New York. So this is post-Battle of New York. This is written by somebody in the base right now. So if we find out who has those two characteristics, we might stumble upon something.
That's a really good idea, but I have a question about the poem that I read. Was it put together word by word, or was it put together from strings of sentences?
It
Or like letter by letter, even? I don't know.
No. It was like a snippet from a newspaper all on the same paper. All of the letters are the same print. It got printed all in one row, and it was just cut out of a paper. And just in Merzen's possession. It was kind of crumpled in her hand, and you can see that like the way that it was cut was not necessarily by the steadiest of hands holding the scissors. That's the information you've got.
So can we tell that it was cut from the Weekly Troglodyte?
You think it's either the Weekly Troglodyte or an old newspaper that was salvaged from somewhere. But based on what Mitya is saying of like where the subject matter being post-Battle of New York would indicate that it is very likely the Weekly Troglodyte.
We should find the whole article.
Yeah.
So the research team's still a good idea.
Let's do both at the same time, right? Basically we unload the...
Mhm.
Let's tell our teammates to get us that information.
Okay.
While we work on the patrol.
All right. You contact Vex and Alexander, and
yeah.
you are going to put them on checking this. They will get back to you in a small amount of game time. Okay.
I would like to tell them to be very careful, though, if they find the whole article, to not read the poem part, just to be safe.
They are looking basically through the registries of who has a printer and the names of the people in the base, and they will get back to you with any information that they.
We should go on the Troglodyte.
The Daily Troglodyte lead. Yeah.
I was looking for that word.
Okay, so you do you veer? It sounded slightly off course from the path that you're supposed to take, but you can make it to the Daily Troglodyte, like from where you are, just by turning a few street corners.
Okay, well, let's do that.
Okay, you arrive to find the.
I'm terribly sorry, but I need to go to the toilet.
Oh yeah. Okay, let's you can go ahead.
I'll be back in 2 minutes.
Yeah. So Cody and Alistair, you find yourselves in front of this closed building. it's the weekly troglodyte. It is not open at this time. Like the establishment is like locked up for the evening, and there are no lights coming from the inside.
Just for clarity, did we inform our teammates to also check out if they could find the whole article in the database?
There isn't really a database of the news articles. Like you don't the technology isn't quite there to like keep that sort of things.
Okay. So troglodyte closed. That's a bummer. What are we gonna do? I don't think we can do anything in this building right now.
Does it seem like anybody also lives in there, or is this strictly industrial or like office building?
Yeah, it seems to be an industrial building. There doesn't seem to be any apartments above it.
In that case, just knock on the door first and see if anything happens, and otherwise just try and open the door, and if that doesn't work, just like try and pick the lock or something.
All right.
And if that doesn't work, just use brute force.
All right. You knock on the door, and you are, and there is no response. After that, you try calling. There is also no response, and the door is locked. So you are going to have to roll void to pick the lock.
I want to hold on Alistair's shoulders and ask him, like, Alistair, why are we trying to get into this printing house right now?
I forgot. I'm guessing it has something to do with the notes, but we're looking for the source, right?
Well, yes, but this is the printing house. I mean, this is a potentially ages-old newspaper article. If they don't have an archive in there, which I'm sure we can access tomorrow during the day, then I don't know why. What kind of leads we should find.
If there's going to be an archive somewhere in the base, it's going to be inside of that building.
In that case, does it look like the building is tampered with, or somebody else has been here outside of office hours?
Roll for chaos.
Yeah, no.
Nope. You don't spot anything that would indicate that somebody's been here like out of hours.
Well, in that case, do we have a need of actually entering the building at all? Otherwise, I would say just ignore the building and come back tomorrow, or leave a note on the door.
True. I don't know.
This is through the glass pane that you're able to see that this is what the building looks like on the inside.
Oh, and by the way, you do know we don't have to touch the door to enter, right? Lockpicking is essentially for us become a void and null skill in the base, because we can go through doors through the shadow world, because nothing exists
I
over
just
there.
like to tinker with things.
Oh, then fine. That's actually a very good reason that I can
usually building booby traps and stuff, but that...
Cody, come in. This is Alexander.
Yes, Cody's listening.
Okay. There are no names that match the initials WGA on either of the lists.
Damn.
Can you shoot us a list of everybody with these initials in the whole base?
Yeah. Wait. No. There's nobody with those initials in the whole base.
In the whole base.
Yeah. No. WGA. It seems to be like a very specific string of letters.
Maybe.
It's not in here. I've checked with like in every order of like A, G, W and stuff like this. I've double checked. There is nothing. There's nobody in the base. It could be a pseudonym, a pen name.
Yes, that's what I was thinking too. Thanks, Alex.
Yeah. You're welcome. I'm gonna I think I might talk to the general about what's happening. Like this whole thing seems fishy. I'm gonna report back to him.
Yeah, good idea.
He
Thanks.
closes conversation.
Do you know where the people who here live? Would they live near the building?
The workers for the Daily Troglodyte?
Yeah.
You actually know that one of the members of Team Alpha, Nivek Tugas, is a reporter of this of the Weekly Troglodyte.
Then I put on my helmet
Uh-huh.
and I call him to see if he responds.
Join the
Nivek speaking. What's up, man?
Hello, I'm so sorry to bother you right now. You must be either sleepy or drunk.
No,
we have a
no,
situation.
I'm just trying to like stay awake and finish writing this like stupid. Yeah, the general's got me trying to like write a piece on like the events of the way that you handle of like the armors and how you got the armors and to make it like look like, you know, uplifting and stuff. I'm not in the mood for uplifting stuff right now. I've been stuck on this thing, like I've been like pounding coffee trying to finish this thing. Yeah, go ahead. What do you need?
Okay, I'm trying to. Okay, we have an issue here. This is really fucking hard to explain. I promise you it's going to be worth it. It's going to be interesting, if anything, but I have...
Yeah.
Okay,
Go
we
ahead.
found somebody who has attempted suicide. She had poems on her that seem to have been printed out.
Okay.
But wait, this sounds normal. It isn't. Have you done stuff in the shadow world with, you know, creating shit and doing stuff like that? We did that, and sometimes we had a sensation of something feeling so fucking wrong. Unnaturally wrong.
Yeah, like, I mean, not me personally. I had a couple of like glitches, but Matt and Samuel, they've been through some shit, and just like their imaginations just went wild at times, and it was dark. What's the link between that and the
Yeah. Imagine reading a poem and feeling a little bit like that.
Ooh.
We think that's what's happening.
Wait, like a supernatural thing?
I don't know, man.
Oh,
What's supernatural
fuck.
when you've got magic?
Fuck, hold on. Is it the poems that we printed?
Which
Oh, too old
Double
Clarence. Sorry, what?
The poems you printed by double.
Yeah,
One?
I read one of those and it's been killing my mood ever since.
No way.
Fuck.
Yeah, we've I told Lawrence to not do this, but he says they're like very emotional pieces and that they will drive up the viewership. We've been putting them in the miscellaneous section for like 5 weeks now.
Wait. There's 5 weeks worth of poems.
Yeah, there's one poem for every edition of the Weekly Troglodyte.
Fuck.
Wait, but
Where
the magical
are they
effect would
coming
only
from?
be in effect for like a day or so, right?
What? No, I've been feeling down for like since like 2 weeks ago. I skimmed through the poems and like I just felt like bad. Like that was before your mission, that was before we got the armors, that was before everything. It just I knew I didn't really connect the two things because I didn't believe in the supernatural or stuff like this before I got the armor, but now it kind of makes fucking sense.
Fuck. Okay, so basically, potentially, we've got a fucking epidemic on our hands.
Yeah.
Right now.
Yeah. Oh gosh, we've got to. we've been printing those things for a while. Lots of people could have like. You said one person attempted suicide. It could be more than that.
Yeah. Okay. Do you know the name of the issues that contained that?
Yeah. It's the past 5 weeks.
Oh, we got to recall that. Damn it.
Yeah. Okay. So the headlines. So the headlines were, I think. Okay, the headline was the celebration for our birthday, like the parade and stuff like this. Before that, I did a piece that made the first page on like
congratulations.
The anniversary of like Finland Finger's death. And before that, I don't fucking remember. Like it's been more than 2 weeks. Yeah, I'll get in touch with the general. I'm gonna make sure we find and burn every single one of those poems. Okay, dude. Can you do me a favor? Like, I'm at the base right now. I can get to the general pretty quickly. I need you to go to the Daily Troglodyte. There's a fucking ledger that's full of those poems.
And do you know where they come from?
Yeah, somebody dropped them off like 5 weeks ago.
Wait, somebody dropped them off and then you just printed them?
Yeah, I don't know that. Clarence has the details of like this whole bullshit. Okay, everybody gets an extra point of immersion. So Nivek is going to say, okay, so hold on, I'm just trying to like. I need to get my coffee brain on. Hold on, I'm gonna drink a little bit. Okay. Clarence said. Okay, Clarence said. Veteran guy came over with the ledger full of those poems, right? He said they were gonna drive up viewership. He said they were intense. He said like this veteran was like a fan of poetry and just like paid in advance for us to print those, because you know you can pay the papers to like print in the miscellaneous section. So he just wanted to publish the fucking poems, and he's paid in advance for like 15 weeks worth of ads being put out in the papers.
Is that a lot of money for a veteran?
It's pretty cheap if you want. Like we're not making it like hard to publish things in the papers. It's like, no, it's affordable. Like even a civilian could like pull it off with like a normal wage, I think. Like yeah,
Could
50,
you check
yeah.
if there's like a name or a billing address or maybe a
No, that's gonna
credit card number or something like this on the.
That's gonna be on the ledger. That's gonna be in the archive of the Weekly Troglodyte. Can you go there and just like pick it up? Make sure nobody like, oh shit. Can you go there and actually like stop tomorrow's edition from going out?
We should do.
Definitely.
Man, it's so out of our way.
I'm just gonna break open the door at this point, probably.
Okay.
Yeah. And on the comms, I just go, it's so fucking out of our way. We're on a mission for general. It seems intelligible. Okay, we'll do that for you. You'll just owe us.
Yeah. I'll listen. Just do your fucking job, man. And like
We're doing it.
He cuts communications.
Well, fuck.
What the hell?
Do we know what sources mean? Are these pieces put into it or just copied or something? I mean, basically, is it just the poem itself, or is it because it's like, well, what is the origin of the whatever is fucking with everyone's mind? Is the poem itself or something else?
Yeah.
It seems to be the words of the poem, and it being retranscribed in the papers does seem to still have an effect. Although, if there's a ledger and a manuscript, maybe the effect will be different if you read them directly from. You don't know. You don't know.
It's basically the thing that I want to check out. If we find them, if you just copy the message itself without like just printing it, just hand copying it, if it has the same effect or not. I mean, assuming it won't. So it's like there's
Right.
probably something hidden in the notes themselves.
Yes, but please don't read the poems right now. Please don't read them.
I'm
It just-
definitely tearing them apart.
I mean, there's more copies to be found.
Also, I'm gonna AFK for a while. I need to go to the bathroom as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
You got it. So yeah, your friend Alistair has kindly bust open the door to the weekly troglodyte.
So I will demonstratively go into the shadow world, step 3 foot forward through the broken door, and then come back.
Alistair is going to
Doesn't
look
pay
at
attention.
That he's not there.
yeah. Okay, so you get in. You start to search the place. You make it to basically the archive, which is like you bring out stuff from the archive, like a few boxes of stuff, and you start to like look for it. I'm gonna need everybody to roll for chaos to see like how long it takes for you to like spot something out of the ordinary. -1, that's a failure.
Oh yeah.
35, okay. So Mitya, you're going to notice that pretty quickly. There is this leather-bound ledger that's like filled, that's brimming with papers. It's got papers. It's got like 2 USB keys dangling from the side. It's got like you start to look for it, and there's an old CD and an old the 90s discs, and there's just a bunch of papers. All of which that seem to be like from different mediums. Like you think you find like something that's like very old parchments, like in between two papers that are obviously like from an imperial printer, and it's just like you can see that like stacked at the top are a lot of poems.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I have a proposition to sort of... Okay. I'm gonna hold this in my hand, and if anything fishy happens, I can hit the button on my armor, go into the shadow world and destroy it. Is this a good idea?
That's a good standard position when something dangerous is.
It kind of sucks, but I don't know. It's handwritten. There's parchment in it. There's a fucking disc. I don't even know what it's supposed to be.
Do we know what USB keys are, though?
Good question.
You do recognize them as like outdated modes of storing information.
Okay. So just as a security measure, I just
you're ready to pass into the shadow world.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. You are holding the ledger and ready to pass into the shadow world, or do you try to parse the information?
So, if I understand it correctly, the poems are like on top of the ledger, right?
Yeah.
So there's
No, like they're gonna be like the first few pages that you skim through are all poems.
Okay. Can I flip past the poems?
Yeah. You flip past the poems, and it's going to be like this incoherent mess. Okay, so basically, like you keep flipping, and you're going to find like news articles, pieces of books that have been like torn and like papers torn from books and just put there. Post-it notes, military reports pages, like just like stacked to the brim, and there's poems between those things. Like it's a chaotic mess. Like you flip for 5 different pages, and the timeline is like it is. There's absolutely no order of like. Okay, so like one of the pages you know for certain it's from a report that happened like 2 years ago of the Imperial military, but then there's also like a post-it note that says like remember to get eggs with like yesterday's date. And then like this, no, not yesterday's. It was dropped off 5 weeks ago. My bad. With like, yeah, the timeline is completely off, and there is no rhyme or reason for the entire like mess. This feels like just a mess.
Take a good scan of some pieces of handwriting I can find.
Yeah.
Okay.
Really good idea.
Yeah, you take pictures of it, so you now have pictures. Of the handwriting, and the handwriting is mostly the poems. So you have an image stored in your Resploid of the poems.
Can I take a image of the one that says "Take eggs, bring eggs home"?
Yeah, it seems the lettering is similar.
Okay, nice then.
So it's this completely wacky, almost unreadable, like quickly scribbled on a piece of paper type of handwriting that like it feels like someone was like just like writing it down really quickly before heading out like after an ambulance or something, like really someone who's in a rush was writing this. But it's the same thing for the poems. Like it's all written like the person was like just speeding through
This
it.
person.
Paranoia again. Can you delete the pictures of the poems, Cody?
Yeah.
If you've got the handwriting on the post-it note,
Okay.
let's do that.
You go in through your files of the Resploid to try to delete the image, and you succeed. There's no reason why your Resploid wouldn't let you delete. I like for a second I saw Idris, like you were so stressed. You were like, oh fuck.
I'm paranoid. I'll admit it.
These are scary things. We should be careful with them. I agree.
I'm actually the most fucking prudent out of all of us. I want you to know that. Because I've been hearing bullshit all day about me being reckless. And I am not reckless.
Most of the time?
Yeah! Of course I do stupid shit. We all do stupid shit. But I can tell you, I'm not going to be the first one to die on the team. Well, not the second one, at least.
I don't think there's any pride to be had.
Like, there's a pause and you remember. Yeah.
Okay,
so about this ledger, all of the printing seem to be Imperial printing, or does it seem to be printings from the newspaper from the base?
It's from all over the place. It's like it's papers from books, papers from Imperial ledgers, from like Imperial documents. You find like you're shifting through it. You find this like old Imperial reports for like basically like population size on Earth from the beginning of the War of the Immortals to like 20 years into the War of the Immortals, and it was written like 20, like it's a document that's like hundreds of years old. Yeah, like you like it's just this chaotic just pile of information.
Okay, and there's no full name anywhere on it, probably, I would guess.
I mean, if you, if you start reading more into the things, I could give you some information, but I'm gonna need you to roll for void.
I would like to check instead. I would like to check if I can find any, like, financial records. Of the place. If I could find, like, of the Herald.
Yes,
of the
yes,
newspaper.
the Weekly Troglodyte.
Yes.
Okay, so you start looking through it, and you are able to find listed donations of based on 5 weeks ago. You are going to find that a decent sum was given to the Weekly Troglodyte by one. Oh, sorry. I gotta check where I put the name. Cause hold on, did I? Oh yeah, by one Daniel Bales.
Can you repeat the name?
Danielle Bales.
Okay.
Like
Okay,
you can tell like the rest of the financial stuff on that day is like paying for the ink, paying for the papers, paying the employees, receiving money for having like from the different people who are buying the stuff, and it's the one sale that's that is kind of like out of the rest, out of the ordinary.
Oh, okay.
Close.
Yeah. And
So
okay.
this could be a fake name. This could be the real name, but it's definitely a key, like a hint, right?
Yeah. Nivek told us about stopping tomorrow's edition. How do we do that?
Wait here. Tell them tomorrow when they come. That's one way to do it.
You basically have like next to the door this stack of papers.
Is there a poem?
Yeah, there is a poem. Yeah, there is a poem there.
Okay, we need to destroy that. Oh, they're not going to be happy. Fuck it.
Okay.
How do we do it? Do we use ontology shock? Someone does back and forth trips into the shadow worlds with piles of newspaper on their arms.
Yeah. Okay, let's do that.
All right. So yeah,
Sounds funny.
Cody, you start to take stacks. You pass into the shadow world. You appear into the shadow world, and for one instant, the pile of newspaper is there, and then there's just this thump sound as the air rushes in to fill the gap of the newspaper when they cease to exist.
Oh, and when you come back, I just go, did you see that in the shadow world? The file, does it exist in the shadow world?
Well,
The ledger?
Yeah.
You did not see anything out of the ordinary in the ice cavern.
Did not see anything.
Okay.
Hand me more papers.
Okay.
All right. You successfully destroy them like pretty quickly.
Okay, are there computers in the place which could have stored the preparatory documents for the edition?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, can we look into it and try and find every file that
you can't access it without passwords.
We cannot?
You can't access it without like the proper passwords.
Okay, I ask Nivek through the radio, hey man, do you got the password to stop tomorrow's edition?
Wait, password? You mean wait? Why do you need to get into computer? Okay, all right. There's gonna be this stack of paper like right next to the entrance, like on the left side. Just need to make sure those do not go out. I don't care what you do, burn them, trash them.
I know we did that.
Okay,
but someone had to, have done some preparatory stuff. No.
Yeah. Lawrence.
I don't know shit about newspapers, mate. I'm just struggling.
Clarence was on that. Yeah. It's on the computer. You sure you want to erase it? I mean, like it's okay. Yeah. I'll get back to Clarence like before he can reprint any of that shit tomorrow.
Okay.
Also, I'm back, guys.
Okay.
Rio.
Yeah.
I would like to call Alex again.
Okay.
Hey Alex, sorry to bother you again, but could you do us a favor and do a search for the name Danielle Bales?
Hey,
Everything
I remember that one. Danielle Bales does not have access to a computer. She's a veteran from the of the resistance. Wounded in the Battle of New York. Here it is. She's on 32 6th Street. She's on the 32nd of 6th Street.
Alex, you're great. Thank you very much.
Okay. How are you guys doing out there? How's it going?
Yeah,
we have retrieved the ledger and we paper place to sort of destroy every copy that we could.
Okay. Just letting you know, keeping you guys in the loop. I talked to the general, and he's kind of left me in the dark. But when I mentioned the letters WGA, he kind of looked worried. So he went to do some general stuff. But he told me it should be fine. He said he's letting me handle this part and letting you handle your part, and he's gonna do some general stuff.
He said the phrase, "I'm gonna do some general stuff."
No, that's.
Oh no, I was imagining him saying that. It was funny, so.
I'll be out doing some general stuff.
Yeah.
My
Okay.
favorite.
That kind of stuff.
What should we do, guys? Try and
I'm
find
just
that
gonna
Daniel
look
guy?
around and see if something looks out of place. Besides that, it's just like most of.
What? Could you
We
repeat
are in
that?
the post office, right?
No, you're not post office. You're at the place where like newspapers are printed.
Yeah, newspaper office.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna look around for things that don't seem like they're relevant for a newspaper exactly.
Yeah.
Or
Roll
just,
for
suspicious-
chaos.
Suspicious cases of notes or something.
Roll for chaos. Yeah. You look around, like you really don't find anything suspicious. At first, you're going to like parse through most of the office, and you are going to find that like you're gonna find like a couple of distressing things. You get to someone's cubicle, right? To one of the reporters' cubicles, and there's just like a bunch of notes pinned everywhere with the handwritten words, "What is it all for?" just written like 30 times per page, and just pinned all throughout the cubicle. And you also find evidence that the newspaper kind of like the employees are like behind schedule on a lot of things. You like basically like the board that has like the schedule for the next meetings has meeting to figure out why the fuck we had 2 pages less of content than in the previous editions.
I'm just gonna shout over, "Hey guys, come over here. I found something that might be, I'm pretty sure it's involved with this case. It might actually be one of the sources of the problem."
Oh, right. I don't know if they. Okay, yeah. You were gone for a little bit, so they found
That's
it.
a radio thing, right?
Yeah. They found the ledger, and linked and found that in the archive that the person who had dropped the ledger off and paid for it to be published is a person known as Danielle Bales, and you've got the address for this person.
Yeah, but like besides that, I think I found like one of the sources that's probably where this is coming from. Also, besides a note that they had less content in the newspaper that might have caused them to post it in the newspaper as well, and just fill the newspaper with whatever is coming in. And besides that, this character, so if it leaves note with the same words written all over, they're probably not entirely sane. So I'm gonna guess that they have been involved with the notes, the poetry notes and stuff.
Is it at all possible that this cubicle is Nivex?
No.
Okay.
You look and the name and like the when you look at the map of the office, like the name associated with that cubicle is Clarence Maguire.
Let's take a note of that.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, remember Clarence? You brought him up earlier. I think that he might have been more involved than we initially.
Actually, I think we should send a medic team to their house.
That's very true. That's
And
very fucking
to
true.
everybody else who's living, who's working here, because it kind of looks to me as if almost everybody who's working here is affected by this phenomenon, whatever it might be.
Yeah.
So I think we should check up on them.
Mitya, you still have the ledger, and for a half second you're like, am I holding a Horcrux?
Yeah, I wanted to stab it already or tear it or something like this entire time, but let's not do that right away.
Yeah, but we were talking about that. I have a solution. If something weird happens, we have found a way to destroy it immediately.
Just give it to me.
No, just no. I'm gonna keep it in my hand, and if there's any problem, I'm gonna hit the button on my armor, and I'm gonna go into the shadow world, and that's gonna destroy it. That's what's gonna happen.
Are you sure that notes get destroyed and not just left in the shadow realm and will haunt everybody for like weeks to come?
No, objects that go into the shadow world are instantly destroyed, and if it's not, I'm gonna be able to see it. So we're gonna be able to react, I think. That's my theory.
I'm guessing that
We also already destroyed some of the poems in that way.
These notes are probably involved with the shadow realm, so we should definitely check them out over there to see what the source is.
No, we shouldn't. You're gonna kill yourself if you read this.
Sounds like daily dishes to me.
No, I'm keeping that in my hands. If we are in a horrible, dire situation, I will let you read it, if there's no other options. But for now, I think we have got other plans, don't we?
Okay, I would like to call command, and I would like to inform them to please send medical checkup teams to everybody who's working at the Daily Troglodyte to make sure that they're okay. And I give them a rough overview that it's probably something about depression and potential like mental issues.
All right. You have medical teams being sent to 28 different households to check in on people. So it's going to be a busy week at the hospital for Maria Greedway.
Okay, I think poetry amateurs are also at risk, aren't they?
Potentially, yes. I mean, there's a local poetry scene which is happening outside of the main newspaper, but that's mostly like handmade small zine products with like very limited editions. So there's certainly going to be some people who read this who are working in town. But I think the people who are most affected are probably the people here right next to the ledger reading it all the time. So that's
Yeah,
definitely
that's true.
the main issue out of the way for now. But it might make sense to have the information spread the base that people who have read the poems and feel weird should get checked out.
Approach their local
Yeah.
psychologist.
Everybody stay inside, wash your hands, and
Oh god. Okay. Should we try and find Daniel Bay?
I agree. Yes.
Let's do that.
Assuming we're leaving the building, I'm just gonna go activate my armor again there.
Through the broken door.
You're gonna do what now?
Yeah, just activate my armor, like hide again. Just need to roll another void, right?
To try and disappear.
Yeah,
Oh,
basically. I mean, it's still
to
foggy
be
outside,
stealthy?
yeah.
Yeah, you're trying to be
Yeah, after I put the door back, of course.
Okay. Roll for creation to see how well you managed to put the door back. You actually managed to get it back on its hinges, like semi-correctly. So it's the door still works. The lock is going to be busted, but it's still a workable door.
You just need like a locksmith and to fix the rest.
Yeah.
It'll be fine.
Look at my own handiwork and just not to myself like this is perfect.
So.
And of course now I'm just when you start moving, I'm just gonna walk behind you again and then.
You are.
I also disappear completely.
Nice. Okay, everybody gets one.
How am I even doing this with the natural rules the entire time? I had that the last game I joined as well.
Everybody gets one more point of immersion. And all right. Ooh, wait, no, hold on. I know what I'm looking for. Okay. Where is the thing that I'm looking for? I think it's gonna be in here. Alright, so just give me 1 second to look for something real quick. You start to head off in the direction of 6th Street, the 32nd. So you're moving around. You're still within the civilian quarters. And ooh, that one's perfect. You're still within the civilian quarters, and you are like right in front of this two-story house. It looks so like there's a lot of like the local fungi has grown on the side of the house, and people tend to find that they look a little bit ugly, but somebody just seems to have not cared much with preserving the appearance of the place. Yeah, you're looking around. The place looks pretty like it. Apart from that detail, it's pretty inconspicuous.
I think the mushrooms look beautiful. I would like to take a sample of those,
Okay.
if possible.
For recreational purposes.
For regrowing purposes.
Yeah. So the lights are off on the inside, and everything seems to be quiet. But as you get close to the door, it opens, and you, without you having knocked or done anything else, somebody is going to emerge from the inside. You see this old lady, Daniel Bales. Obviously has like scars over like over the top half of her face. It seems like her skin was charred a long time ago, and and you see two pale blue eyes. Like all of it is blue in the color, and it's completely uniform, and it's like and she's apparently like blind. She's constantly holding her head up like this, and simply like not directing her gaze in any particular direction. And as she opens the door, she says, "I thought I heard. Is there anybody there?"
Yes, ma'am. Sorry to bother you in the middle of the night.
Oh,
We have a few questions.
yes. Let's. Would you like to come in?
Yeah, why not?
She lets you in. You've got this like corridor, and she takes you to the side, what looks to be a living room. Along the walls, there's shelves that are just full of books on two of the walls, and the other two walls have a bunch of vinyls.
Okay.
It seems to be half a library of books, half a library of audio records. And she's going to like sit in front of her desk right there, and like say, "Oh, there are a couple of chairs right here if you want to sit. I could make some tea. You're you sound like you're young folks, so you might not have the acquired the taste of tea just yet. But I do make some pretty fine tea."
Yeah, well, why not? I'll be glad for a cup of tea.
Love some tea for sure. Always.
Well, I'm a late sleeper, so I already had some of the water boiling, so I'll just go and pour it for the tea. And like you see her like just making her way, feeling her way to the kitchen, and making her way there, and like she leaves the door open, and you can see her just basically like fixing a little bit of tea and coming like, so you have a few seconds with the room to yourselves before she comes back. Okay, so Alistair, you are stealthed. Now I would like to point out that she's blind.
I already figured something like that out, but that's why I'm actually also staying out of the walking paths. I mean, I think the armor was also supposed to be sort of silent.
Yeah, absolutely. So you're gonna stay, like, make sure that you're not detected. So yeah, she returns, and she has 3 cups. She's gonna set one down for like each of you, and then she's going to sit on her chair and says, "All right, so what can I do for you?"
How to
Did you expect us?
Oh, it's a complicated matter. It's kind of. I wasn't sure if you were real. Okay.
How?
All right. Okay.
Why is that?
3 days ago, I woke up. Right. I haven't seen a thing in past 21 years, ever since the Battle of New York, and just I wake up, and it feels like I'm watching the inside of barracks, and I saw your team get up and get ready for training and head off towards the training room, and that I was very confused because it didn't feel like my sight was connected to where my body was, and I was able to see you train, and then I saw that you got called in and you took a Sub-Zeris and you went on this island, and I've just been observing what you've been doing, but I wasn't certain if it was this strange fever dream of my brain, or if it was actually things that were really happening. And so I saw you going to the newspapers today. I was drinking some tea and just watching, seeing what you were up to. I like the entertainment, and well, I just saw you. I just saw you help that person who hanged herself. God, I hope she's okay. And after that, I don't know why, but you went to the weekly troglodyte, and you found the ledger I left there, and then you made your way here. So I assume you want to ask me some questions.
So you did leave the ledger there.
Yes, I did.
And where does it come from?
Oh, it's my
Is it
roommates.
yours?
No, it's my roommates.
Who's your
Who
roommate?
is your roommate?
Oh, he's a very kind young man. Young person. Sorry. She's gender fluid, so they use he, she, they pronouns. So I just use those interchangeably to refer to him. Yes. She lives right above here. This side of the room belongs to them. It's all of the books. I don't have much use for them. You can imagine. I'm this side of the room with the vinyls is mine. I do enjoy music as much as I've been able to preserve from New York and acquire since then for trade.
Have you been observing hallucinations like the ones you've been feeling in the last couple of days before, or is this new occurrence?
No, it started right the moment where just one morning I woke up. I think I was woken up by the images of this barracks, people waking up in the barracks, and the color just reaching me for the first time in decades is what woke me up. But before that, I hadn't sensed anything in a really long time. I'm still having trouble realizing that I am perceiving what's in this room right now. It's just I'm still relying on touch because I'm just so used to moving around my house. But I can see. Oh gosh, that looks worse than I thought. Also, I really need to clean up the front of the house. Those mushrooms are fucking ugly. I wish I'd noticed before.
So you can see through our eyes?
No, I don't. It just feels like I'm perceiving this place. I don't know where the point of view is from. It's strange, you know? It's this strange sight.
Yeah.
I can't really explain it.
And you're always seeing us?
Huh?
You're always seeing us?
Yes. So I've noticed that what I'm seeing is what you're doing and the things around you, the people that you interact with, the places you go. But I can't follow the people that you interact with when they're not near one of you. And it's so weird because it's only your team. It's not it's not the other team of glitches for some reason. I can't understand all of this. Now, it could. I've started thinking about it. See, those scars, I got them from a quadrilla burning, a quadrilla weapon burning my eyelids. So I thought maybe it's related to the quadrillas and to the glitches somehow. I'm not certain. It's a very strange situation, I must tell you. Now, why did you? I'm just wondering, why did you go? Why did you end up in the weekly troglodyte after that person hanged herself? Do you save her?
Oh. So you don't have all the elements.
No,
Okay.
I can't. I can only see things. I can't. I had no idea what your voices sounded like until when you arrived in front of my house.
You were cutting out there.
Yeah,
Sorry.
and I don't have your camera anymore too.
Yeah, same.
Got it.
I don't know why.
Hmm.
Okay, so this needs a pretty weird explanation. We think the poems that are contained in this ledger are the cause for the hanging of the girl you saw. We
Really?
think that there is something unnatural about it.
Unnatural. Unnatural how?
We're not quite sure, but they're just really bumming us out to
Right.
a disturbing extent.
So my companion who lives upstairs, she read them to me one day. I asked her a couple of weeks back, and I just wanted to know what she'd been working on. And she read them to me, and I felt it so profoundly in my soul. It rang so true, everything that they'd written throughout the years. So I felt this needed to be seen. The world needed to see those things. So I took the ledger. Now, he's a very private individual, so she doesn't. She has never really published before, as far as I'm aware. She's a bit shy, so they haven't really started. But I was so moved, I just had to put them out there, you know.
What's the name?
Wilfred. Wilfred, Gabriel Anchors.
Okay.
Why did they? Because that's the name of someone who lives in the base with the right initials.
Oh, right. You had somebody check you had the other glitches of your team check through files. I did see that. Well, the fact of the matter is that Wilfred is a guest, and she comes and goes. They're here a few weeks every now and then they're gone from the base for extended amounts of time. I do believe
And
there's.
you're not suspicious about them?
Oh, the general. I was told everything was in order by the right authorities, and that I do believe that I live with potentially a traitor or a spy. I don't know all of the details of the life in question. I know it's been long and full of tragedy, and it explains how he's able to write something that feels so true. But you'd have to talk with her when she comes home.
Are you
The fucking
expecting
shadow.
her to come home?
Hmm?
Are
Oh
you expecting
yeah,
her to come home?
yes. They are around the base at the moment. Could he might pop in tonight. He might show up tomorrow. I don't. They don't really have a fixed schedule. It's not that type of individual who plans for things. They more go with the flow. I'm sure you've seen the state of the ledger. I had tapped through it, and I only saw it when you got there, and it is even more of a mess than I thought. Anyways,
Did she know that you published her poems?
no, I haven't told her yet.
I
Wait,
see.
so you are publishing them behind their back?
Well, as I said, it's a very shy individual who's reserved, but the poetry it felt so moving. I did do that behind his back. But that's because I think he has a future in those circles, in this industry. I feel like words he's able to put out on paper have to
Well,
be read.
that might be true, but that doesn't excuse that you're taking the writing from them and publishing it without their knowing about it. That's
And
really a big breach of trust. Don't you
I've
think
got
so?
I've got a weird sensation that I think the person that's going to be the least surprised about the effects of their writing is going to be Wilfred. I do not know why, but I'm sure something like that is going on.
The effects of the writing. You mean how
Yeah.
deeply it moves people? Wait. Are you saying the girl who hung herself? Are you saying it was because of the poems?
I'm very sorry to tell you, but we think it might be possible. It's not a certainty, but it happens to be a person I know. And I know in suicide cases you can never tell, but this feels really strange.
Wait,
And we felt it, the way the poems just grasp onto your soul.
yes.
Felt unnatural to us. We had a few experiences like that recently. You're not the first impossible conundrum we have had. And this feels
I
like
know. I have been following what you were doing. I did see in the shadow world. You had those.
oh,
You
you did.
yes.
That was
Yes.
one of my next questions, actually.
Yes.
You saw everything.
I saw that you were training, testing out your powers, and you had those ghosts come out of the bathtub and everything. Okay, I have to tell you, I am. This is a really tough situation. I stand by the values of the resistance, and one of the values of the resistance is private life. That's the reason we didn't want Cosmo and Rebirth to be made. Is for people to not be constantly being observed by the government and the machines of Cosmo and Rebirth. But I now that I know that you're real, I can't help but feel that I can't turn it off. I'm going to know what you're doing for the rest of, well, our lives, unless we find a cure to this.
How can you hold these beliefs and at the same time think it's okay to publish somebody else's poems without them knowing about it? That's so weird to me.
You've read the poems, right? You've felt the words, the inspiration,
Yes.
the soul
It
that's
was very
behind
intense.
it. Yes. I listen to music all the time. I listen to voices and speeches from throughout history. There has never been words that moved me like that. And so I just it was telling me that they were just sitting in the ledger and not being observed. It felt like it felt sacrilegious. It felt like this beauty needed to be. I shouldn't have. I shouldn't.
You want to know.
I'm sorry. I'm just making excuses for myself at this point, but it was. I was really moved. I'm sorry. Oh my God.
I get it. I do.
Also, maybe. Okay, different question. Do you have a job, Danielle? Are you
Oh,
working?
I'm unfortunately, since I got those wounds, I've not been able to hold any positions in the base. I did try to make it as a radio operator for a little bit, but I couldn't set the dials to the right frequency every time. So I've just been consigned here to live, to be a host for Wilfred, and to listen to my music, collect it, and preserve it. That's what I've been doing.
Well, there might be an opportunity for you now to start in a new line of work, potentially, considering your way of watching above us.
Right. I wanted to ask you about this. Are you okay with me reporting to the authority, to the general and the resistance about your doings? Because if you get into a bad situation during a mission, that could save your lives. People could intervene rather quickly.
Sure.
But
Indeed.
I have seen you build an entire bathtub.
That was my next point.
And I don't think you're gonna want everything to be reported to the general. So
That is why I want to offer you a job before the general offers you a job.
right. You could. I could make some reports, and before I send them in, you could come here and edit them out.
No, it's just very simple. Every time the general asks upon you to relay information about us, you relay this information to us first.
Yes, and then I pass it on to the general after you've selected what was okay to. All right, I'm glad.
I think it would be more interesting for you and for us to see it in the light of, it's not about information, it's just you become a member of Team Delta and we just protect each other and try to not make more problems for us. And if we do something that's ill-natured but technically problematic towards the general, but we know why we did it and you know why, talk about it with you, I think that should be fine.
I could come on the field again. If I'm near you, I could hey, I can shoot people if I'm able to see what things are around me. Okay, my point of view it's not in my eyes.
I think it's not a perfect plan for you to be on the field right now, but we can.
Okay, and this is what I heard when you said you could be a member of Team Delta. I got a bit ahead of myself. I missed being on the job and being able to defend the values of the resistance. But if I can help any other ways, that sounds like a good.
Yeah.
Stuff.
We'll find it. I think I'm fine with that. With you watching. But it is a special relationship that we have.
Yes.
Sounds funny to me.
Right, yeah.
You see, even now, even now, like she gets up, she comes towards you, and like she touches you with her hands and like feels your faces, and she says, even now I can't help but wonder if I'm not just going mad, because I haven't seen anything in years, and suddenly my sense of sight is returning, and I can feel you, and I can touch you, and I can hear you, so I know that you're present near me. But what if it's all in my brain? What if I'm making all of this up? What if I'm just going senile on my bed and you're not real?
Well, I would say that that's certainly a possibility,
Yeah.
but that doesn't make the experience less real. So why do you worry about it?
Plus, I think that's the same for all of us. You're not the only one to be able only to rely on their own perception. Maybe you're dreaming, but I don't think it's a very interesting question to ask. Because we can all ask that question.
Right, so it's not... Okay. That is reassuring. That is reassuring. Can you see how, since you started off as a vivid hallucination not connected to my body, it's hard for me to like piece together that you're from the same reality.
I can now suddenly teleport into an alternate dimension with a special magic costume. I get it. Don't worry.
Yeah,
I absolutely get it. Today I read a poem and I went, this is a magical poem that's gonna fuck up my brain. I get how your experience is unbelievable. Mine are too. I get it. Everything is out of whack.
Kind of, yes. Okay. Alright, well, I could get used to this. Everybody gets one more immersion point.
It keeps resetting.
Oh, I'm sorry. It probably resets when I move your tokens from one page to the other. Does it also reset on your character sheet?
No, mine is still there, but that's probably because I've had my sheet open the entire time anyway.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't really know.
Okay. Because changing you from map to map it might reset it somehow. You might want to keep track of how many immersion points you have on another medium, maybe.
Yeah, but I'll try through the character sheet, because effectively I was changing it through the token each time, so maybe...
Anything on the character sheet worked fine for me.
Okay. Alright, so keep track of it on the character sheet. Alright, so... okay. And... Alright, you are suddenly going to hear the sound of a door closing behind you, and you hear this merry voice saying, Danielle, you're never gonna guess the day I've had. Oh, we have visitors? Hi.
Hello.
Good evening.
What's happening here, Danielle? Why are there military in our house? So you're going to see this person. This is what Wilfried Gabriel Anchors looks like.
With or without weapons?
No weapons on them. Right. So, what?
Good evening, Wilfred.
What is this? What is this about? Who are you people?
Oh, this is going to be so difficult to explain.
Would you like to sit down, have some tea with us?
Yeah, please do, because it's going to be a bother for you. And
Okay, so they sit down, and you can see them immediately like fidgeting, trying to find a comfortable position, moving, changing, like they cannot stay in place to save their fucking lives. Like they look like you're not even sure if it's like stress induced or if it's just the way they are in general. But Danielle does not seem like Danielle seems to feel like does not react as if that's unusual.
Yeah, well, the folder did sound like fucking ADD, so.
Okay.
I understand how you feel. I hated the police my entire childhood as well.
I
Okay,
still
cool.
hate the police.
I'm
To be
glad
fair.
I'm glad we're on the same page. Authority isn't really my thing in general. So I don't like military people popping up. But hey, I'm a guest here. If there's
Yes.
give it to me.
Potentially
Come on.
help us
What's happening?
to avoid. You could potentially help us to avoid a lot of trouble.
Yeah.
In town.
Okay.
This might sound weird, but we've been stumbling upon your writing in a lot of different places.
What?
It might have happened that Danielle here, who likes your poetry very much, took it upon herself to publish them in the miscellaneous section of the Daily Tropical.
Troglodyte?
Fuck! Oh, this is Madagascar all over again. How many people? Oh shit! How many people read those?
I knew it! I knew that he wasn't going to be so... I'm sorry, I'm just so excited because I knew that was going to...
Okay,
I knew you would know instantly what...
Oh.
Okay, so...
Fuck.
There have been snippets published for 5 weeks. We have saved somebody
How many poems? How many poems?
I think 5. This is
Okay.
the player not knowing, but that's
Yeah, 5.
okay. 5.
Okay. All right.
We have
Shit,
took
some
upon
people might have
ourselves to
died
record-
already.
Okay, we have sent relief teams to all the people that work at the journal where they were published. We have destroyed the next edition. The people in charge know about the fact
Thank you
that
so
cause
much.
problems. We have arrived there.
I am so glad you guys are on top of this. Oh my god, I
got this.
had a mini heart attack. Danielle, we are going to have a talk, Danielle. Fuck you, Danielle. Okay.
See? Told you so,
Okay.
Danielle.
Danielle, you were the first person I showed this to in centuries, because I knew you couldn't read more of them if you wanted to. Oh my god!
Okay. Can I say that General Gladius Costa is a fucking dumbass. I'm sorry, I'm just really fucking angry because he knew instant we told him the initials on the poems and he told us nothing. He made us lose precious hours that could have led to the
Okay,
death
no,
of
wait.
Fuck.
To be fair.
No, I know you're an immortal and there's a super good reason for him keep.
Yeah, it's a secret. I like my life being private. Okay, I've asked him to be nice and not to share, to keep me on the down low, and
I know, but imagine if we were a bit more stupid than we are, or if we overlooked something, we would never have found you. And the fucking
fuck, where the fuck is my ledger? Oh my god, where is it? Did anybody destroy it? Oh my god, tell me nobody destroyed it, please. Where the fuck is? Oh, thank you. She snatches like the ledger out of your hands and starts like.
We read nothing of it.
Okay, I don't care. And they start like speed reading through the entire thing and being like, okay, I have no way of knowing. I think it's all there. I have a shit memory. My memory is absolute shit. This is my memory. This is where I keep all of my brain stuff when because it doesn't fit in here. So this is kind of my whole life, my whole thing. So thank you. If you destroyed it, I would have I would have snapped. I would have killed you. Danielle, do not touch my stuff. You see Wilfred grabs the ledger and is going to like run upstairs to put it away, and they move at an incredible speed. Like they like imagine Beep Beep and Coyote like that, but on steroids. Like he's gone, he's back. Okay. I put it away. Nobody's reading it.
Now, please, would you be so kind to enlighten us about these?
About what?
About the poems you're writing. They're really beautiful, I have to say.
Well, they're personal works on my long life. Just writing stuff as it comes, I guess.
Yeah, I'm really
okay. I've been through a lot of shit, so when I write stuff, sometimes it bumps people out in a big way. That's what it's like being in my head, and that's why I don't share with the class. Yeah.
So you don't share your writings usually because you're aware of their potency?
Yes, this happened once before. Madagascar, they had shit happened. I need the ledger, it's my memory, so I have to keep it.
That's so great.
But I've just been so afraid of something like this happening. Okay. Please tell. Okay. How many people? How?
For now, we've got no reports of particular casualties, but we haven't looked into suicide, so we don't know. We think it hasn't been an epidemic yet.
I was having such a good day. Why does this keep happening to me when I have a good day?
I'm sorry, but it's like, okay, can you allow us a little bit of fucking context here?
What? On my life?
Like, for example, when you say your writing is your memory, do you mean that in a metaphorical way or do you mean it in a literal way? Like, if somebody takes that away from you, do you forget it?
Okay, have you heard of goldfishes?
What?
Goldfishes. They're a type of fish, and they have like they one of the type of memories. They're missing one of the type of memories, right? So they're able to remember only what they can see, and they just forget things very quickly. That's me.
Okay. So wait, that was goldfishes?
Yeah, goldfishes.
Oh, what are those?
Nice. Anyways, I do remember.
They're just fishes that forget really quick.
Yeah,
what are those?
So you see, Danielle is going to like get up and say, "I'm gonna make you some tea, Wilfred. If you'd like to calm down." And like she's.
You know, Wilfred, don't be too hard on her. I think she did it because she genuinely believes in you and it came from I know you're angry. I'm to de-anger you. I'm trying to tell you that
it's my fault. It's my fucking fault. Like, I know people get passionate about those poems, and I read it to her and she seemed fine. I read
so don't get too angry with her. That's all I'm saying.
Okay. Yeah. No, I'm not. I'm calming down. I'm calming down.
She did a stupid thing for a good reason, because you didn't tell her about the fucking potency of those.
Okay.
If she had known, she would never have done it.
Okay, listen.
Because you don't provide context.
Okay. Sometimes I forget the context, okay? It's not always up here.
Do you like? Has this been for you for your entire life
Yeah.
since
pretty
you're
much.
a kid?
Yeah.
When
I mean,
was the
as far
first
as I
time you wrote a
remember.
poem that you realized affects somebody.
Huh?
When was the first time you wrote a poem that you realized affects
Oh,
somebody?
there wasn't after like okay, so I had my first lifetime, right? Lived a life on Earth. Like there was okay, so hold on. The dates is okay, so the War of the Immortals had barely started when I was writing. So I lived for my first couple of 100 years. First 100 years. And I had my family, and then they all died of old age. And that's when I started writing. And that's when people, like, because shit got real for me, what I was writing was kind of the same. And yeah, that's when Madagascar happened.
So, wait, okay. You're gonna have to... Okay, what I was talking about context is that you sort of take for granted that you've lived for centuries. Now...
Right, I saw... Okay, so I shouldn't have said anything, but you were in my house, so I thought the general had sent you. I thought you knew.
No, to his defense, if you have asked him to be discreet, he has been, to a reckless extent, to an extent that he has endangered the safety of a lot of civilians. He has been nothing if not discreet.
I'm sure he was taking... Oh, shit, that's why they were trying to look for me.
Oh,
I just wanted to get home and rest. Oh, fuck.
good. That's reassuring.
Yeah, no, he was trying to get a hold of me, but I was in the shadow world practicing because I got this, and like he materializes her armor that looks like this.
Oh.
Like, as I said, this character is an albino, red eyes, white hair, and like the whole armor looks like it's from Dracula's collection. It also has like basically like energy claws as the main weapons, like Wolverine style, but lightsabers.
Okay.
Whoa.
What the fuck is it? Okay, are you an immortal?
Yes.
Is that it?
Duh.
I don't know, maybe there's categories. Maybe
Keep
there's
up,
immortals,
man.
and then
Keep
there's
up. I don't know the
magical
categories.
fuckers, and then there's unicorns,
Okay,
and then
listen,
there's magic
you
squirrels. I don't
you
know.
think I
You
know?
don't provide context.
Yeah, it's not in there. It's not in my brain. I don't know, okay? Listen, the reason I have the ledger, like, do you know what the ledger is? Most of the time, it's me trying to find out where I'm from, okay? Why I exist, why I can't die, and why the weird stuff keeps happening to me. Okay, this is like I've been trying to figure this out too. I'm not giving you context because I have context and I'm withholding. No, that's a Costa type of thing to do. General Costa type of thing to do. Yeah.
Oh, what a
me, I don't know. Okay.
Okay.
Right. The only thing I know, right, the closest lead I've ever gotten is this, right? So I got this file. So okay, through a lot of sleuthing, I found out Soren Solipsis was looking into me, which makes sense. She's an immortal. I'm an immortal. We keep tabs on each other, right? And so apparently she must have information on me somewhere. And the only place I can think of that I haven't looked is inside her vault in the Bank of Paris, right? So I was gonna, yeah, that's what I was gonna do. That's what I needed to do last month. Fuck. I remember now. Okay. I gotta break into the Bank of Paris. Yes.
To find out your identity.
To find out if Sovereign Solipsis knows any of what I am better than I do. I mean, if there's information, it's gonna be in her vault, right? I think.
Have you
never
thought
met her?
about talking to her?
Nah. Like never came across. Like, hey, I've just been like chilling, living my life, wandering the world, and she has been hiding with the resistance, and like after the Battle of New York, I don't even fucking know if she's alive. I know for pretty damn sure that Finland Finger is dead because the Empire keeps telling that they fucking killed him and that he hasn't shown up since. But like Soren, I don't know. Nobody knows.
Oh, we do.
Oh,
She didn't die at the Battle of New York.
cool. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Where's she?
Oh, we have no idea, but she had a base in the north. Well, was it Greenland?
Iceland.
Iceland.
Sorry.
Huh.
She had a base in Iceland. That's why we got these on. I suppose that's why you got one too.
I didn't know she got. Yeah.
How did you get your armor?
The general gave it to me. I was practicing today. I went to the Shadow World and I tried it out. It's fucking good. Oh, huh?
Wait, you go.
Okay. The general told me basically like he said, "Hey, here's your armor. I've put all of my glitches on missions. Like Team Delta is on patrol, Team Alpha is like resting, and they're told not to go to the Shadow World, so you can go and you can practice in privates." And that's what I did, and it was fucking so much fun.
Wait a sec. I went to the Shadow World a couple of times. I didn't see you there in the cavern.
Right, I've been on and off. You know, like testing out the teleportation, the moving around stuff. I went out of the base. I went out of the caverns at some point, and like, dude, it's awesome. You can fly with your mind.
Yeah, you can.
Did you see any weird magical disturbances of reality?
Yeah, every time I try to do something goes wrong. Like it's just like it's fucking chaos, man. Okay. I need to get in touch with the general. I need to establish a timeline of how many people read this and remember what happened in Madagascar to see how we can help people out. I'm gonna get to work.
I'm sorry, but you've been explaining this by saying that it's just, that your life is so shitty that it bums people out. But I've got a friend who's read like 5 of your poems that I've tried to kill herself. It's a bit more than just that, isn't it? It's a weird property.
Yeah, I think it has to do with me being an immortal. People said Soren talked to plants, right?
Wilfred,
yes.
can you do me a favor?
Yes.
I take out a piece of paper and I hand it to him, and I ask him, "Can you write a haiku about like a beautiful forest and a lake?"
Sure. Give me 1 second.
Sure, take your time. We were waiting anyways, right?
All right.
For the tea.
Yeah, it's a good experiment.
Sure. Yeah. I'm like, Wilfred's. Yeah, like I've it just checked the stats just now. I can tell. And like, yeah, you see like Wilfred like just starts to like write in this like very speedy handwriting that you noticed earlier, and like they make a haiku. They look at it and like yeah. It's a bit dark because it just reminds me of the place where I buried like Alfredson after the war. Okay, a positive one. Okay, hold on. I'll try again. And like
He's not going to be able to do it.
writes down again pretty quickly, and like they look at it and they're like, okay, this one's positive. Yeah, I think this is good. Okay, here we go. Cody.
Okay, I would like to read it
Okay.
and feel if I feel any kind of overwhelming emotions that would be associated to the other poem.
You do feel positive emotions. Like almost to a supernatural amount, but it's a much weaker effect than when he was writing about depressing stuff.
Dude, we need to build like crazy utopia land for him. And then he just hangs out there and he writes for everybody.
Yeah, that's true. That's
What
also.
do you think about that, Wilfred?
That sounds great. You know what would be your topic for me? Knowing why I exist.
Yeah, that would actually be a question I would be interested in too.
Yeah.
Can you repeat it? Sorry, I think it.
Knowing why I exist.
Yes. Maybe you were just thrown in the world to make people really happy.
So far, I've
I'm
been
silent.
doing a pretty shit job at that. But hey, no time like the present to start making headway.
Oh, that sounds like something that's really depressed would say. Are you okay, dude? No time like the present. Yeah, you're not.
Like,
oh fuck.
Okay, I've outlived everybody I've loved so far, and
yeah.
Well, okay, except my current lover, but like, it's been a shit life. It's been a rough life, and like, it's so difficult. Just like, I keep forgetting important things, you know. So it's like it just feels like you know, like, what's the fucking point of being an immortal if you can't appreciate the times behind you, you know? If you can't, like, it feels more like a curse than anything else to me. It just fucking sucks, man. So no, I'm not okay, but I can't die as far as I can tell. I mean, like, I probably could, but it hasn't worked so far. So yeah. And I still want to like figure out where I'm from and stuff like this. So I'm gonna hang out. You don't need to you know, put me on a watch list or anything.
Yeah, that seems fair. What do you, just through my curiosity, what do you do of your days here at the base? What's your role in all this?
Oh well, the general said, I said something along the lines of, it's always good to have an immortal on your side, and I know you, Wilfred, do not want to be necessarily part of the fighting, but if you're not an enemy, you can chill out in this nice place, and you can bring your books in this house, and yeah, that's what I do. I'm an ally. I provide information because I keep going in and out of the base and like going places and investigating, and so I'm like a spy, I guess, but like on and off when I have time.
Man, I thought Mitya and Alistair are crazy chaotic.
Definitely.
Like, how, like, this is just how I exist. Man, you do not want to see me when I've been on coffee.
No?
Oh,
no, you do not. You do not.
My chaos is pretty much.
Anyways, like,
too.
yeah. Okay. Have you heard the legends, right? You've heard the legends about Finn Longfinger. He had those weird powers. People said that he could just kill people by talking to them, right? I can make the people depressed by writing stuff, and Soren can talk to plants, and the Emperor is smart. I don't know. Powers are. I don't know. I feel like.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
that seems fair. You know.
Yeah, it's weird. I'm not making.
Well, if
a
you
lot
think
of-
about it, you almost killed somebody with your words today too.
Yes, but it's not. It's not like I say one sentence and they fucking drop dead out of a heart attack. I have like read reports and I have seen videos of like like Finland Finger, and that dude was scary. Like he gets to this battlefield, right, and he starts pointing to soldiers individually who are shooting at him, Imperial soldiers, and he says, "I accept you. I accept you. I accept you. I accept you." And every time that he points at the dude, they fall dead from a heart attack, and like just like at one point he's looking at an airplane. At a military like plane transport, and he kills the dude who's the pilot from the ground without shooting anything, and the fucking plane crashes like that. There's a reason the resistance didn't get destroyed completely after when Mythos Quadrilia had like Mythos was omniscient. Like before you guys were born, like the glitches, like the Emperor could see everything, but yet he was still losing the fights because like Finland Finger could just kill anybody. You know? Scary
I just
dude.
had,
Scary.
I just had a weird inkling because you know how we got armors, right?
Yeah.
And then the other people that get armors are like, there's two types of people who get armors:
Yeah.
glitches and immortals.
Yeah.
Okay. I've never seen a glitch die either. I just want to point that out. I've
Yeah.
never
Yeah.
thought about it.
Okay. Okay. That's good. Unfortunately, it's an interesting theory. I don't think we should test it.
We should absolutely not. But
Okay.
just
Well, we
for
can
the
test.
thought.
We can test the reverse though. Do we know if the immortals exist in the shadow world?
True. They don't, do they?
Right. No, they do. They do.
They do.
Right, like, okay, so reports, Soren Solipsis, she wrote in her file about the Respirated Armors that she couldn't access the Shadow World until the glitches were born because
Oh yeah.
because her shadow was there in the same spot. So she
Yeah,
couldn't
okay.
go there until you guys were born. So the Immortals must have shadows. I am pretty sure that
Okay.
Soren and Finland Finger's shadows must have gotten killed, or that like similarly to how they like, you know, I feel like the Empire probably like is better at handling things in the Shadow World, because they have like in the Shadow World they have a functioning version of the Cosmo Rebirth, right? Whereas like in this world they have a glitched out version of Cosmo Rebirth because you are the glitches. So
Oh.
it's they're still omniscient in the Shadow World, so they'd be able to kill the Immortals more thoroughly. I don't know if my shadow is still alive. I can go check. I can go check. Oh, I'm gonna find myself. It's gonna be so much fun. We're gonna talk about our past. Oh, that's gotta be good therapy, right? Right? Oh, I might bum myself out. That sounds like me. I would fucking bum myself out.
Wilfred, you are strange.
Yeah,
saying.
I mean, when you listen, try living for as long as I have, and not being strange, it's hard, okay? It's hard.
Yeah, I mean, like, try living 25 years stranger. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
So imagine more.
Yeah. Like,
Just that,
But you are giving me a headache, though, to be honest.
yeah, see,
Interest.
that's what it's like being in my head. Like, that's why people die when they read my poems.
Oh.
what do you think about the idea that you offer your services to clean up this mess, though, in the coming days?
Yes, I was about to do this when you interrupted me. You, the fellow with the black hair. Anyways, yes, I'll get back. I'm gonna go talk to the general. I'm gonna figure things out. Okay, see you. And like, she runs out the door.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
They're completely insane. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Oh, this
Now-
is trouble.
Okay, I'm gonna pause and we're gonna end the game here. And I just want you to know, I had something planned in case you destroyed the ledger. You would have been in a fight with an immortal, and you would have gotten to test out to find out what their stats are, and it would have been very, very fun and very, very deadly. And that's what happened with when I play tested this game the first time around with the other player when I was testing out the system, and it was fun. But I much prefer to just like have Wilfred sit down and have a very chaotic talk with all of you than a fight. But yeah, that was a really fun game.
Nice, super
What
cool
a
guy.
mess.
Yeah. One day you're gonna see me make some rules with Wilfred's stats, and you're gonna be like, huh.
Oh, but I saw what is bonus
Yeah.
and it's bullshit.
Yes, I agree. But hey, I'm just taking the stats from the old original book. Anyways.
I would like to go visit this library, man. It looks super nice.
Yeah, by the way, this is the end of the second mission. So everybody levels up again. Woohoo!
Wow. Wow. Nice.
Okay. Alistair, you've been a bit silent for a bit. Are you still here, Bean? No, he just wrote something.
yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Just making sure. Okay, I'm gonna stop the recording now. Great game, everyone. Love the role playing we had going back and forth. Like this was a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to the next ones. Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Fuck yeah.
Hi everyone, and thank you for watching this video. If you want to keep up with all of the adventures on this channel, don't forget to subscribe and click the bell button so you can get a notification each time we upload the next episode of this story. And it would be very nice of you to like and share the video to help this channel grow. Have a nice day, everyone.